Listen up, the soap you shower with, it's you probably haven't even questioned what bar of soap you lather up with. Let's face it, most guys don't. They're still using whatever bar their mommy bought for her little man. Is that what you want? To smell like mama's little man? Ugh. But now you can upgrade your shower game with Dr. Squatch Natural Soap. I'm talking about natural, nourishing, cold-pressed, hand-cut soap for men. Men who use their hands. Men who build things. Men who open the pickle jar on the first try. Men who catch foul balls without spilling their beer. You won't just smell good either. Your skin will be healthier and more nourished. Dare I say, soft. Oh, men aren't supposed to have soft skin? Yeah, well, men weren't supposed to cry during movies. And then they made the movie Rudy. He's so little. You want to smell like the forest? Boom, pine tar, we've got you. You want to smell like the sea? Boom, nautical sage, we've got you. You want to smell like you just got off a boat in the Caribbean? Boom, bay rum, we've got you. And with 6 more cents, we've got you covered no matter what kind of man you are. Now you're wondering, why have I been doing it wrong for so long? During the First World War, big soap started taking out all the natural ingredients to make production cheaper and faster. And they replaced all the natural stuff with chemicals. Chemicals like sodium lauryl sulfate, parabens, and dioxane. Chemicals linked to depression, liver damage, cancer, and low sperm count. And worst of all, dry skin. Oh. Your poor balls, all dry, empty, and sad. But there's good news. We make our soaps with natural ingredients from the earth. Ingredients like oils, plants, goat's milk, Greek yogurt, oatmeal, shea butter, and citrus. No. Turn your shower game up to 11. With the smooth lather of gold moss or the exfoliating woodsy bliss that is pine tar. Get ready to step out of the shower feeling alive. Still not sure? Here's a couple reviews from real customers. Joseph S. says,
"This is the perfect bar of soap. It's like it was handcrafted in the Northwest Forest by beautiful tiny elves."
Oh, tiny elves isn't enough for you? Well, here's another review from Michael A.
It makes you feel like you just stepped out of a mountain stream, and Squatch was there to hand you the towel.
It's time for you to get the right tool for the job, because you're worth it, my friend. We ship it right to your door. And with a 100% satisfaction guarantee, if it's not the best bar of soap you've ever used, it's on us. Tens of thousands of men already soapscribe. Which means that every month, fresh new bars of Squatch show up at their door. Click the link for Dr. Squatch Natural Soap. Real soap for real men. Or don't, and continue to be mommy's little helper.
That's a wrap.
All right, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Did he click it yet? Did he click the link? He hasn't clicked the link? I would have heard about the dry, sad balls. Oof. Man, what's this guy doing? Click the link, man. Step up your shower game.
afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Terry, I'll be right with you on the answer of that. This is Chris and Rick up in the booth getting ready to race right here in Granite State, New Hampshire. It's the Magic Mile, man, and I got to tell you, right now I'm feeling pretty good to answer your question, Terry. I'm feeling a lot better than I was the other night, and hey, I say let's get it on. We got Terry Foster right here in the booth with us getting ready to walk that grid.
Well, give me that number 1 driver, that Ty Morosco, number 8th place right now. Give me him if you would. Excuse me.
Ty Morosco, you are joining the channel.
Ty, you got me?
Yeah, I got you, Terry.
Hey, buddy.
How's it going?
Well, not as good as you, but
What do you mean?
not as good as you, but I'm not the one that has to fight to stay in the top 4 now, buddy.
You're right. I gotta fight.
I don't know if the guys or anybody else know this. Last week, you tied Brian McRae for our points champion, and it come down to Mark and the admin looking through actual rules to find out who actually got it. Well, you got it by the rulings that we found. So congratulations on your 3rd place and for being on the top 8 starting into this round, brother.
Well, thanks, Terry. I want to correct you a little bit here. It was actually Ian, me, and Brian were all tied at the end of that. Made it very nerve-wracking, but they finally came to the decision that it was the best finish, which I had in that round was 3rd, and Ian had 4th at Michigan, I believe, so me and him moved on. Too bad for Brian, couldn't move on. But, hey, I'm happy to be here. Gives me a chance, opportunity, everything. If you have an opportunity, you can do anything.
That you're exactly right. I didn't realize Ian was also in that mix. Well, buddy, you're going into this last guy there. What are we going to look at the Ty Morosco for the next 2 races to keep him up there in the 4?
We're gonna try to, I think not get too worried about the points just yet, especially with this race. Try to stay consistent on the track. Try to get good finishes. Try to just get the most stage points I can, because those stage points are going to really matter. I feel like they really mattered last week. They really mattered the week before. Stage points really do matter, and I'm going to try to get the most points I can out of every race.
Well, not to bring anything down, but I was looking over your numbers just like I did Hank last week. Before the All-Star race, your average start was a 17th and a 16th finish. After the All-Star race, you went from an average start to 12th to 13th, but you missed 2 races. You missed Charlotte and Martinsville this season, so I'm not even really worried about that, man. I think you can do it. Actually, I want you to take me through last week, man. You got that 3rd place coming back from 14th starting position, man.
Yeah, I think it was just, at the end of the first stage, I tried to get most points I could right there. I got some points, and I knew I was close on 3rd, and luckily I had my teammate right behind me. He helped me out a little bit, I'm gonna be honest. He helped me out, get the most points I could, stayed right behind me. Probably could have passed me, but he stayed right behind me, which is all good. So, he's out of the chase, and he's just helped me out, and what he wanted to do is his choice. I let him do whatever he wanted, but I was happy that he did let me do that, and I didn't even know we were tied. 3-way tie. But thank God I was in 3rd place, I'm happy, and hopefully we can bring that momentum into the next race.
Well, tonight you have Ian, Derek, and the Butcher, all 3 in front of you in points right now. You going to be putting some pressure on these guys tonight, maybe to bump them out of your way, or what are you going to do with these guys?
I think I'm just going to run my race. I think that's the best way I can go, not worry about anybody else just yet. I don't think I'll worry about anybody else until maybe the last stage at Pocono next week. We'll just look back at this race at the end and see what points I have to gain, or if not, maybe I don't have to gain and I have to maintain. Hopefully that's the case, and running my own race, I think it's the safest point for all of us here, and keep the 1 car clean, and good finish tonight.
All right, buddy. Well, I wish you all the luck, bud. You are one of the guys out there, and that I really enjoy racing with. I race with all you guys. I really enjoy it. But you and me are kind of buddies here on and off the track. So good luck tonight, guy. Chris, Rick, back to you. Anything you want for him?
Yeah, I do. So I know we got 1 week left, but if the championship vote was to be this week and into next, so what track are you going to be voting for?
My vote?
Your vote.
Oh, my vote would probably be Indy or Homestead. Indy, we had a good start there, and if I didn't have a little computer malfunction, probably would have got top 5 there. And then obviously Homestead, we showed some speed, maybe not third place speed, but top 5 speed. So I think Homestead or Indy. The only thing with Homestead is Jamie might lead every lap again, so we might pick Indy. we might pick Indy because Jamie was behind me at that race, so we might pick Indy.
All right, brother. Well, hey, listen, good luck out there tonight.
Yeah, thank you guys. I'll talk to you guys later.
Yeah, good luck to both of you guys.
But thank you guys, and my pick is Indy also. That's what I'll be picking.
Yeah, nobody wants Michigan, man. That was a great race.
I have
hardest thing Terry's ever said.
I have a reason though. I'm not in the chase.
Yeah,
But,
you're going to be up here with us anyway.
I know, but my teammate runs good at Indy. He hates Michigan. So, unfortunately, I have to root for my teammate, man. And he's not going to be in here tonight. He's in Talladega or heading to Talladega. Aaron, if you're listening, buddy, I miss you out here, and we'll talk at you guys later.
All right, guys.
Gentlemen, good luck.
Good luck
Thanks.
tonight. We appreciate
Thank you,
the
guys.
time before taking some time out of practice there and coming on up into the booth with us. And Terry, we look forward to doing that again with you next week. And then, man, we're going to take a week off, and Terry's going to join us up here in the booth, man. That's going to be
That's
awesome.
right.
Yeah, that's going to be
I'm
great.
excited, man. I'm excited, guys. I'm getting some numbers all crunched together here, and maybe have something to come in with, for these top 4 drivers that we're going to have there in 3 weeks now. Just, run over their stats and stuff, and maybe be somewhat, how can I say this, a part of the show, I guess,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
and have them malted beverages maybe next to me. Who knows?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, buddy. Well,
All right,
it's
buddy,
time to
good luck.
qualify. So you get down into that 86 and rock and roll around this flat track.
Hey, thanks, guys. We'll talk at you later.
All right. Terry Foster, TNA Motorsports, joining us up here in the booth to do that grid walk. Appreciate that, Terry. Hey, before these guys really get going on track, let's go ahead and bring out, the point standings. Let's see who's actually in there. Jamie Walker, Ashton Slice, Hank Caston, Dalton Kilrow, holding on to those very important top 4 spots right now. After that, these 4 drivers have to battle their way in. Rick, it is Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, Derek Paulson, Ian Habiuk, and as we know, we just spoke to Ty Morosco. Those 4 drivers have the challenge over tonight and next week's race to try and make it into the final 4.
That's going to be huge, man. I mean, big names there. Guys have been doing really good all season long, man, but they got a little bit more battling to do, and tonight's going to be tough, man. I mean, New Hampshire, number 1, we know it's our favorite track. It's our home track, Chris. That track temperature, though, 115 degrees right now. The air temperature sitting at 80. I wish it was like that now because it's pretty cold out.
Yeah, it was cool all day up here, and I guess it's going to be rainy all day tomorrow, but anywho. Hey, Rick, I got something really cool to show you.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, you ready for this?
I think so.
All right, well, I just popped it up on screen, so we'll give it a minute. As we're watching Jason Anderson in his number 53 rocketing around this 1 mile track, heading out of turn number 4 to start putting down a lap. Qualifying officially underway here, and Anderson going to be the first one by 39.81 for his first lap. So we've got Rick out there on his truck, and that was this summer wearing the TRJkarting.com t-shirt, and that's great.
Yeah, it just popped up on the screen. I wish it was that warm again.
After that, we got Rick again, this time at work. He was doing a good job that day wearing a TRJkarting.com shirt. Corey Sherman coming across the line, a 36.27. Now, guys, these shirts are available at TRJkarting.com. Make sure to go check them out. But if a t-shirt's not your thing, Rick did a step up. One more time, it's the TRJkarting.com hoodie.
Oh, yeah.
And
I got the hoodie on again tonight. My wife washed it. It smells good.
well, that's probably a good thing there, Rick.
It is, yeah.
So, yeah. And just to not be left out, Skittles, I saw you in chat earlier. Hope you're still out there. If not, that's cool. But boom, we got some Skittles t-shirt out there. She's wearing the Racing for a Cure shirt. A little portion of that purchase goes out to fight autism, and that's a very valid cause and something we can definitely get behind right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Guys, if you haven't checked them out yet, please make sure to go to www.trjkarting.com. They are the main sponsor here for the Blazing Pedals, trjkarting.com Truck Series, and they are very helpful in getting this league, the drivers, and the attention it so really deserves. We appreciate everything you've done for us here on trjkarting.com. Tim and Mark and Sam and everybody who else, all the drivers out there, guys, we really do appreciate it. We can't wait to bring this season to an end. It's been so entertaining. This whole season has been great.
It's been fabulous, man, and it's been long too. I mean, it seems like not that long ago, Chris, we're like, man, this thing's going all the way to the end of October. Well, we're pretty much there. I mean, they got tonight. Next week we head to Pocono. We take that week off, like you said, and it sounds like guys want Indy. It's gonna be interesting during that week. We're not gonna know where we're gonna be racing, so that's gonna be interesting. Another interesting thing is, Chris, we got about 5 minutes and 40 seconds left of qualifying. Corey Sherman has that pole right now with a 30.627. Jason Anderson sitting in second with a 30.981. And those are the only two trucks that have actually gone out and done anything yet.
Well, I was watching D's, but he came off the corner really squiggly. I'm really interested to watch this driver right here. This is the number 28 of Joshua Kane. This is his first night here with the Blazing Pedals Truck Series, and hopefully that extends into next season. Very good driver, very talented driver, somebody we know from another league. Making his debut tonight. But Rick, for the second time in a row, when we're about to call a race, I'm going to give you the lowdown again tonight. This young man was in the hospital the other night receiving IVs before driving. Tonight, not sure of the extent, but how dedicated is this kid to be out there feeling like absolute poop, and he is out there getting it on so far with a second place starting spot of a 30.847.
Yeah, I mean, that just goes to show the dedication of Kane out there, Chris. I mean, man, last week, I thought it was a couple of days ago, actually. We saw it on Discord. He's like, yep, guys, I'll be there. I'm at the hospital right now getting some IVs, trying to get some fluid, get my temperature down. And he came out here and he raced.
Well,
and then...
Got to interrupt you just a second, Rick, because Jamie Walker came out and he laid down a blistering qualifying lap of 30.2504, tenths of a second faster than Corey Sherman.
Yeah, very fast out there, Mr. Walker and the Dew crew. But yeah, I mean, here's Kane. He doesn't feel good. He's out here. I know that he raced last night too. And today he actually had to go to the doctors again. Wasn't feeling the greatest. And out here again. So,
yeah,
Mr. Kane, good job, Mr. Walker. We knew that. Jamie Walker, Chris, he's had a stellar season.
Yeah, really strong season out of him. Chris Tate, don't worry about it, bud. I will take care of that on my end. I should be able to make that color pop, or that number pop, rather. Just got to make one quick change. We'll do that right after qualifying. On board now, Derek Paulson. That's the driver of the number 6, and Derek is one of those top 8 drivers, Rick. He's going to be really looking for a strong run out of that 6 Silverado tonight.
A lot of these guys, they have a lot of work to do, Chris. And Derek Paulson starting off on the right foot, takes over second position from Corey Sherman with a 30.473.
Yeah, that would definitely help his cause. One of those drivers who's outside of the bubble, needs to work his way into that top 4. But man, good job so far out of Paulson with a second place starting spot, second lap getting ready to complete. And it's just a touch slower. And by a touch, I do mean a touch. It is 34.75, so ultra consistency out of Derek Paulson. Time Roscoe, we spoke to him. Well, Terry spoke to him right before we got going with qualifying, and now he's out there getting ready to qualify.
Terry, 17 trucks out. I mean, it's hard, man. In long seasons, towards the end, guys, they're not in the chase. They might not, have that gumption to come out here and race anyway. And, you know, it is tough. But you guys always do a good job, man.
Morosco coming out of turns number 3 and 4, getting ready to go down the front stretch. And it looks like that. Oh, Kyle Wellman's out there in the 46, going to qualify late. Dalton Kilrow, Ian Habiuk all out there late. And guys, we're going to have to bring you the gridding field in just a moment. I do have to step away to make one thing work for Mr. Tate. And when we come back, we'll be going pretty darn close to the green. We'll be right back. Well, we are back just past qualifying, and we are getting set to go down the grid. Everybody's starting to check their safety equipment, check their belts, check their helmets, make sure everything is right. We know who the pole sitter is, Jamie Walker. And Rick, we're going to get ready to grid them up.
All right.
Starting on top, roll number 1. It's number 88, driven by Jamie Walker. And to his outside, Rick, it's going to be Derek Polson driving the number 6 outside pole. Starting in row number 3, it's going to be the driver of the number 24, Dalton Kilrow. And to his outside, Corey Sherman in the number 3. Starting in 5th place tonight, the driver of the number 17 Chevy Silverado. That's Brian Dees. Another Chevy to his outside. It's going to be Ty Morosco in the 1 truck. Ian Habiuk going to be starting in 7th place here tonight in his Toyota Tundra. That's the TRJ Karting.com Toyota Tundra, number 16, again driven by Ian Habiuk to his outside. First time in one of these trucks with the Blazing Pedal Series tonight. Not feeling great, but it is the 28 of Joshua Kane, Rick.
And starting in row number 5, Chris, is going to be the 46 of Kyle Wellman in 9th place. Next to him in 10th, it's going to be the Chevy Silverado, the number 53 of Jason Anderson. Row number 6 is going to consist of Taylor the Butcher Benjamin in his number 10. Chris Tate and that number 4 are going to be on his outside, starting in 12th. And we got Ashton Slice starting the 68 in 13th. Starting out row number 7, next to him is Derek Garrison in that beautiful number 71 machine, 14th. Row number 8 is going to consist of the number 5 of Hank Caston. Next to him, it's going to be that Kodiak machine, number 86, Terry Foster. And then rounding out the field in the shotgun position, it's going to be the number 9, Nick Okie.
Okie picking up shotgun position on the other side of the field. It is the 88 driven by Jamie Walker. Walker's got a challenger on his outside. It's the 6, Derek Polson.
You're absolutely right. Long race here, man. Tim, don't worry about it. I know Ian hates this track, but you know what? He did pretty good at last week's track that he disliked also. So we're going to see some good things. Marquis Smith, thanks for checking in.
This track, very, very flat.
Yep.
A lot of braking and accelerating happening here. A lot going on here on this 1 mile track right here in New Hampshire. The Granite State getting set to serve you up some magic, Rick. As the pace car drops down, the 88 taking the field to green flag.
Jamie Walker wasting no time, hitting that go pedal, Chris. He pulls right up front there of the number 6 machine. And one thing that I do, and you're going to want to record this, so I'll give you a second. Okay. The one thing that I like about this track, Chris, other than in real life, okay, we're going to see some passing here tonight. In the real life, this track, I mean, if you've never been to a NASCAR race, short straight. If you have been here at least once or twice, it's more than enough. But lap number 1 in the books. We're working on lap number 2. Jamie Walker blistering away from the field right now.
Oh, caution on the field early. Derek Garrison in the 71. Definitely involved, as was Ian Habiak. Oh, bad for Ian Habiak, because I'm seeing smoke coming out of the back of the 16. Rick, we're going to go back and take a peek, see what happened. So we're watching the 16. He's being followed by the 28 and the 46. Oh, net code. Bad net code.
Bad net code.
Oh, and then gets into the 71 of Garrison. And that is not a good way to start your night, Mr. Habiak. Oh, boy. One of the top 8 drivers heading down pit road with what looks like a damaged engine. Here we are, caution number 1 very early on here. Man, oh man. Habiak on pit road.
I know Ian's pretty tired because he did some real world racing this weekend. I don't know if you caught that in chat there or not there at the beginning of the broadcast, but came in 5th out of 23, made some changes for today's feature, and came in 8th out of 17. So Ian, not having a bad weekend, man. I mean, you did good. I know you're not happy with it because you want to be first. I understand that. Everybody does. But we're proud of you, buddy.
Yeah, good run in real life, Ian. Hopefully you're not done for the night, although you are still sitting on pit road. Derek Garrison taking a stop on pit road. Also, I'm assuming to get some repairs done to his number 71, Rick Taylor, the Butcher Benjamin, on pit road as well. Nick Okie also came down pit road. He's back out on track, though.
Well, Chris, this weekend, of course, NASCAR was at Dover. My boy Kyle Larson won. Woohoo. Hanging on in the chase. And the Butcher, he was there too, so he's just running one slow lap just to get credit for last place, and that's it. But it looks like Ashton Slice, he didn't start. He's 4 laps down right now. The number 68. Like you said, Ian's still on pit road. Garrison's on pit road.
Not a fun place to be so early on, as we are still under caution, working lap 5 of 240. We do have stage racing here tonight, Rick. Lap number 60, lap 120. And then on to the finish line, lap 240.
Track temperature has gone down a little bit qualifying, but not much, Chris. Sitting at 112 degrees right now. That air temperature holding steady at 80. Wind out of the north 2 miles per hour. I don't know where iRacing gets their racing data, but I don't think it was that there today.
No. No,
honestly, I think there's like 3 inches of snow on the track, maybe.
I spent a good portion of the day outside. I can attest to you. that it is not that warm out there today. Pace car lights are off and getting folded up 2 by 2. Jamie Walker, your race leader, deciding to start this one on the outside. Heading on down the backstretch, pace car will pull off, and we're going to send these guys back under the green flag. Unfortunately, it looks like Ian Habiuk still on pit road, being scored 3 laps down before we go back to the green, so his engine definitely in trouble. Garrison was able to come back out on track, being scored 1 lap down in his number 71. '88 gives a little wiggle. And the pace car drops down pit road. Let's see how long it takes for Jamie Walker to get it going. Not very long at all, Rick. We're going back under the green flag.
Yeah, Walker just waiting to get across that start line there of the starting in the start zone there in between that line and the start finish line. He just took right off. Corey Sherman stuck where nobody wants to be, Chris, on that outside lane. That outside lane can be tough.
Yeah, not going to get it done there. Everything's going to be to the middle or inside to try and pass. Sherman was able to get back down, so he holds on to 4th spot. Don Kilrow sitting in 3rd in his number 24. That's the Turn 3 Racing Network Chevy Silverado out there. I'm surprised it's still running. I'm pretty sure our check bounced the last time he had paint issues. Brian Dees sitting in 5th spot. That's the number 17 behind him. A battle for 6th, and it's Hank Castentime Morosco on that outside. That's not where he wants to be, although it will help him out on the stretch. Going into the corner, Caston has the advantage. And here comes the 28, Josh Kane. He's working that inside, trying to close the door. Morosco won't be able to get down on the backstretch now. Ooh, Hank Caston has to fold it back in. Morosco defending on that outside. Caston tries to move back down. The 28's there. So here comes Josh Kane. Kane trying to make his presence felt here for the first time in the Blazing Pedal Series. Chris Tate right there, making it 3 wide in New Hampshire. That's not something you see every day.
No, that's kind of scary right
Oh,
there.
we got
but
a
hey,
couple
these guys
off
get it done.
pace. That was Kyle Wellman and the 71 of Derek Garrison. Both of those trucks were a little loose there for a moment. They seem to have gathered it back up and going back forward. Garrison still that one truck on 1 lap down. And so far, it's been Jamie Walker's night, leading 10 laps of the 11 that were working. So he's led them all here in the 88.
You know, Chris, for the last few weeks, we've seen that number 5 under a different paint scheme, and I'm kind of glad that he brought the old one back, including his brothers out there.
Let's see if we can't get a better shot. There it is. Great move out of him to have that paint back out on track.
Yeah, Marquis, we talked about that there a little bit earlier there. He's definitely a rate. Ooh, the 28 going around.
That's Josh Kane going around. And may have caught somebody else. There's some good smoke on there. We're going to have to go back and... Ooh, yeah. Yeah, it looks like that was Jason Anderson, the number 53. We're going to go back, take a peek. 28 stuck in no man's land out in that dark part of the track, and that's not where you want to be. Oh, we're going to have to take a different look at that one as the 53 comes off the wall hard into the 71 of Garrison. Oh boy, that was much bigger than I first thought. We're going to take it. Look one more time out of the chopper cam. See just what happened here. 53 getting kind of close. Yes, there was contact. And oh man, heavy hit from Garrison into Jason Anderson. We're going to go back one more time. Take a different look. Garrison was quite a ways away from this when it happened. A couple of trucks separating the two. He had no choice. He had to just try and get around it. And you heard him just stay on the throttle. And oh, bad night for Garrison. Bad night. The 28, Josh Kane. Well, I think Garrison's probably in a little bit rougher shape right now. At least Kane has a bit of a front end. So early on here, under caution number 2, lap 15.
This is why New Hampshire needs to be banned from every league race across the surface. Wait, who said that? That wasn't me. I love New Hampshire, my home track.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
The sarcasm is real.
It is. Ashton Slice Fan Club, thank you for liking the stream, my friend. Thanks for checking out right now. It looks like Ashton Slice got a DNS. He did not start here tonight. Going 15 laps down right now.
Yeah, it's interesting because he was in practice for a little while. I don't know what happened with Ashton there, but not able to make the run. Want to go ahead and thank everybody for taking some time out of their Sunday night to join us here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. You're watching the Blazing Pedals TRJKarting.com Truck Series. And this is one of the best ones going out there. I promise you that. These guys, so talented. This track, not the easiest track to race on, Rick. It's flat.
No, it's flat. In real life, you know, it's kind of boring. These guys are putting on one heck of a show, Chris. I mean, they're actually out there, they're racing, they're passing. You don't usually see that. I mean, it's follow the leader here. It looks like we got our first driver there, Chris. Once we start going green again, we will pull up the 28 of Josh Kane.
Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like Josh not going to be able to continue on.
You know, it might be for the bad. I mean, obviously, Chris, it's pretty cool how much he loves, and I mean loves, this hobby and iRacing. I mean, the guy's fighting pneumonia. He's not feeling well. He's been to the doctors a few times. But yet, comes out because he's a racer's racer, man. He's just coming out here doing what he's got to do.
And the pace car just did what it had to do, Rick. It dropped off. And here goes Jamie Walker again with just an absolute brilliant restart. Taking control of the field. Derek Polson in second spot. Trying to hold on. Dalton Kilroe now finds himself under a little pressure from Sherman. Sherman in the 3, running in 4th spot. Kilroe able to pull up. In the battle right now for 5th spot, Ty Morosco has it. Brian Dees looking for it. Morosco on that outside, trying to see if he can make it stick. And at the line, he does. Ty Morosco with 5th spot still. But Brian Dees trying to hold on to that inside line, push that truck up with just a little bit, and get in front of that number 1 car. Brian Dees trying to get in the top 5. You look at the cars, absolutely moving around out there. Ashton Slice, Rick, is back on track. So I'm not sure exactly what happened, but Slice is out there.
And he is. He's a few laps down. But just doing what he's got to do.
Hey, you never know what'll happen. This race becomes a battle of attrition. You're going to find yourself running up towards the front.
Yes, sir. Let's bring up Mr. Kane there. Maybe that way we can get him through here and see if he's going to get back out there or if he's just going to go to bed.
Absolutely.
Driver the number 28, Joshua Kane. You got Rick Chris up in the booth. You got a copy, buddy.
10-4, I got a copy.
You got a copy. You're sick, man. You're crazy. Listen, number one, I hope you feel better. Okay, and it shows what kind of heart you have, man. So we're just, we love the respect. We love, we're throwing that out to you. We're happy. We're proud for you. We hope you feel better. But man, tonight just not good, eh?
No, it's definitely not the the debut that we wanted, but I'm just happy that I got the chance to race tonight, and I'll be back. I'll be back next week to give it another go.
Well, there you go, man. Hopefully, like I said, you feel better. I know that you raced Friday, you raced yesterday, you raced again tonight, man. You gonna be taking a little break and maybe getting some rest?
Yeah, I mean, I don't. The next race we have is just on Friday night, but I should be resting all week, so I should be good to go Friday night, and then again next Sunday with the Blazing Pedals.
All right, buddy. Hey, listeners, anybody on that number 28 like to thank tonight?
I just want to thank Sam for giving the opportunity to drive one of his trucks tonight, and sorry it didn't go as planned, but you know what, we'll go get him next week, and we'll just move on.
There we go, brother. Well, hey, listen. Good try tonight, man. Feel better, and hopefully we talk to you again soon.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate the broadcast, and good luck for the rest of the race up there.
All right, buddy. Thank you very much.
All right, Josh. Thank you, bud. Get yourself better. That was the driver of the number 28, doing it the hard way, getting sick, and still out there to perform for as long as he could. Good job to him, man. There's a time to call it, brother, but one thick-headed guy to another, I get it.
Gets it. Trust me, he gets it.
Top three right now, Jamie Walker, Derek Paulson, and Dalton Kilrow. And there might be a little chink in the armor on that 88, Rick. He's starting to slow up a little bit on those slightly older tires. Will it be enough to let somebody try and catch him tonight? Otherwise, this is going to be a great race for the 88. Trying to secure his way into that top four. No better way to do that than, well, to do what he's done. He's come in tonight as the points leader in those top 8. If he wins tonight, he's all but secured that spot in the top 4.
That's what these guys are racing for. I mean, usually you get a little bit of extra race, but they got tonight, then next week, and then we take that week off, then we head to the championship race. These guys thought they won a couple weeks ago or whatever, they think they're locked in, but no, you're only locked into the next round. Now you got to go out and go do some work again.
Pretty long stretch of green flag going on right now. And I can't wait next week, man. It's Pocono. Who needs
What's
turn 4?
Yeah. That's right. Especially here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Well, Sam, it is brutal business out there. You know what I'm saying?
We're watching the 6th place runner right now, Hank Caston, and he's got a rear view mirror full of the 46 of Kyle Wellman. Behind them, he's got Ty Morosco and Nick Okie. So Okie starting to work his way up towards the front after starting shotgun on the field. Right now, he's inside the top 10, running in 9th spot. Chris Tate in that 4. I see, Chris, I told you I'd get that 4 on there for you, and there it is. Chris Tate also inside that top 10, running in 10th spot. Terry Foster in the 86 machine running in 11th. Ian Habia back out on track. Pretty heavy damage though, Rick. Showing 12 laps down, but he is at least out there going for everything he can. So important for him to do that tonight. He cannot leave points on the table.
No, and I mean, you're absolutely right, Chris. That's exactly what Ian has to do. I mean, big one for Taylor the Butcher. Benjamin came out here, did a lap, not yet home from the race. So, that's going to kind of stink. I mean, he gets some points, but it's going to be last place. So, you know, Ian, got to get out there, do some work. You got Ashton Slice. Ashton's back there sitting in 14th right now, trying to do what he's got to do. So he's got to try to stay ahead of the 68. He's got to work his way up just a little bit there. I think the next one is Ty Morosco there in 8th place.
We'll be showing this a couple of times. Well, let's take a look at those point standings one more time so you can follow along with what we're talking about. 5th place runner, Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, tonight not able to go because he went to the real race. And so he started it and parked it. But the Butcher sitting in 5th spot. He was the first guy on the bubble. And tonight, those last place points not going to help his cause. On the other side of that, Derek Paulson, who's in 6th place coming into tonight. He's having a fine night so far, running in 2nd spot in his truck. Hank Caston trying to get it done. Right now, Hank Caston sitting in 6th position. And Dalton Kilroy just ahead of him in 3rd. So top 4 drivers trying to get it done. Ashton Slice, the only one we haven't talked about yet. And Ashton comes in. He's running 16 laps down. And he is trying to hold on because he came into tonight in 2nd place in the points. And that's going to slip, unfortunately, unless there's a lot of other attrition that happens here. He is running 13th position, 16 laps down behind Ian Habiak. Now, the one thing I will say right now is the 68 at least has a clean truck. But, man, that could be tough. 3 drivers not on track right now. Josh Kane, Jason Anderson, and Taylor the Butcher Benjamin. Derek Garrison not on track, but hasn't left the server yet. The 71 on pit road for repairs. Garrison making his debut last week, having a good run. Joshua Kane making his debut tonight in the number 28. Not feeling well, and man, it's a shame finishing here in 14th tonight as it stands. We're watching the 68 of Ashton Slice trying to work his way around this flat 1 mile track. He is sitting behind the 3rd place runner of Dalton Kilroy in the 24. Kilroy just needs to keep an even pace here tonight. Try and keep that motor running.
And you know, I mean, you know, it's New Hampshire, bro. Now, what leagues need to do, okay, for next season, Mark, you're listening, same. When you come to New Hampshire, do us all a favor. Go on the road course. This is one of the most underrated road courses, I think, on the service, okay? It's a lot of fun. You and I, actually, we had a fun race here. Remember that one night?
I do.
Yeah. I mean, we were probably 12 packed in, but it was still a good time.
Yeah.
And the road course makes it mighty fun.
Yeah, the best racing I've had here is pretty much on that road course, actually. I never could get the hang of this flat track. I never could.
Yeah, you do pretty well at it, so you get it. You know how to get around this track. It's just not fun.
Yeah, well, now, yeah. Jamie Walker's having a little bit of fun right now, Rick. He's got a 1 second lead over 2nd place runner, Derek Paulson. You see him right there. And 3rd place runner, 24, Dalton Kilroy. Corey Sherman holding on to 4th, and Brian Dees. And worked his way into the top 5 by getting around the 5 of Hank Caston. Kyle Wellman running in 7th spot. Ty Morosco in 8th. Nick Okie in 9th. And Chris Tate rounding out the top 10. Terry Foster running on the lead lap. He's the last driver on the lead lap, running in 11th, but don't count him out. Terry has been on a bit of a roll here as of late with great finishes the last couple of weeks.
I can't wait to get him up here in the booth, man. Well, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Championship race right here is gonna be great. 3 weeks from tonight, Rick.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it doesn't seem like that long ago. We're like, man, this is going to take us all the way through October.
Yeah.
Long. These guys have done a fabulous job. The car counts, the driver counts, I should say, have been outstanding. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking for a Sunday night league, look no further than right here at the Blazing Pedals. These guys do a fabulous job. They have a lot of fun. There's a lot of respect out there on track. They got great fans, even greater sponsor, Tim over there at TRJkarting.com. Like Chris said earlier, if you haven't been there, go there. Pick up some swag. If you're a sim racer, he even has a tab just for you. Find racing shoes, gloves. He's been working on getting some new product out there. I have a set of Alpine Racing karting shoes myself, along with some Autism Speaks racing gloves. Love them. And as you saw, I got multiple t-shirts, sweatshirts. I got a poster and my prized possession. Oh, and stickers. I got lots of stickers. My prized possession, my Uniline box cutter. All thanks to Tim and Ian Haybiuk, TRJkarting.com.
The other thing you can get right there on that sim racing page, Rick, something that's near and dear to your heart, I know, the TRJ Karting First Responder decal. We actually saw that. I saw that when you brought it in this weekend, and man, it's pretty nice looking.
It's awesome.
I want to thank Tim and Mark and Sam once again for having us on board. All the other admins here at the Blazing Pedals. It's been a really fun season.
All the drivers that made us feel like family.
Ashton Slice is very fast out there, Rick. It's unfortunate he wasn't able to take the green due to some sort of complication, but Slice has made his way through the field, and he just passed Paulson not too long ago. He's working to catch Jamie Walker. Speaking of catching, Walker was just able to put Ian Haybiuk down yet another lap. And the 68 goes around. So Ashton Slice looking to possibly try and get ahead of Ian. See one other driver that's no longer out there, the 46, a Kyle Wellman. Not sure what happened to the 46.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what happened though, but Wellman definitely has packed it up along with a few other drivers out there. Chris getting ready to head to Pocono next week.
Yeah, Josh Kane, Jason Anderson, Derek Garrison, not able to continue on with the 71. Taylor, the Butcher Benjamin, we know that story. Ended up going to the race today, so did a start, park, and go for those last place points. Well, we're working lap number 46 at 240, Rick, and the first stage is kind of getting a little close right now. About 14 laps to go, 15 actually, because we do it at the end of lap number 60. And I guarantee you there's some drivers out there that absolutely want some tires.
Yeah, 3 sets here tonight, Chris. I have a feeling that, I mean, usually we'll see guys, they'll save a set for the last part of the race. Make a little run and go, but after this first stint here, this first stage, I have a feeling that pretty much everyone's going to come down and take tires, I think. They might try to stretch it out there after the second stage ends on lap 121. That way they can save a set maybe.
Yeah, as always, that tire strategy has yet to unfold, but it will be interesting. Because, well, let's look at it. Jamie Walker's last lap time, a 31.781. His best lap time of the night, a 30.361. That happened back out on lap number 9. But we went from a 33.61 to a 31.781. Pretty big difference in those lap times. 1.4 seconds or so. That time across, Walker pulled a 32.135, so slowing down even more, and you start to see that truck ill handling, starting to diamond those corners, Rick, and that usually indicates a pretty tight truck.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Chris. That's kind of what I'm seeing out there. That track temperature falling down just a little bit more, about 109 degrees right now. That's going to help a little bit, but you guys got a lot of laps on these tires right now.
Yeah, 50 miles doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're pushing on a flat track like this, man, those right side tires get abused. That right front tire screaming because of the heat that's in it. Ooh, a little wiggle out of the 88. Just on cue right there, Rick.
And you can see he's moving up a little further on the track than what he has been doing there the last few laps, Chris. So definitely, those tires are just saying, please take me off.
Yeah, but what are you going to do? You got to... I don't know. That pit strategy, the tire strategy, I love that it's built into this. You know what I mean? But because you have a limited amount of tires that you can take, that automatically builds in drama. It builds in strategy. Ooh, Ashton Slice getting very loose in front of the leader. Oh, the leader gets into Slice. Caution on the field. The 88 takes damage. Ashton Slice couldn't hold on, and the 88 was doing everything he could to avoid it and couldn't do it. We're going to go back, take a look. We'll see here. The 68 was starting to pull away, Rick, and all of a sudden, man, she went loose. And Ashton Slice down in front of, luckily not a very heavy hit, but enough to mess up the grill on the 88 machine. And that sends us under caution deep into this stage. Heavy damage to the front end of the 88, heavier than I was thinking for such a light hit.
I mean, one thing I will say, Chris, now, you know, I'm in my 40s, okay? We'll just say that. Remember them old square box trucks back then?
Oh, well, yeah.
Well, you know what? Jamie Walker and the 88 Duke Crew, they have one of them right now.
Yeah.
It looks good. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Bring back the square bodies, damn it. And we're cool. We don't need aerodynamics.
Yeah, aerodynamics on a pickup truck is like saying aerodynamics on a Fiat.
It's in any toilet. I'll never forget that.
Fix it again, Tony.
Fix it again, Tony.
So caution deep into this one may change up some of these drivers' thoughts, because now, if the leader doesn't come down, hey, you might want to win a stage? Come down and get tires.
You know, this is a tough call. I mean, one thing that Jamie Walker is looking at is his temp gauges, Chris. I mean, that's something that he's going to worry about now. I almost think he's... man. If the truck's running cool, he's going to go for it. Got to. I mean, we're close. I don't know.
I agree. Dalton Kilroy, Ty Roscoe, Nico Kie, Corey Sherman taking advantage. Christopher Tate also came down pit road. He was on pit road for, or in his pit stall rather, for 5.9 seconds, maybe just a splash of fuel. I don't think that's enough time to take tires, but maybe. Maybe just 2. That would be a call. 2 tires. Ooh. Well, while we're under caution, I want to go ahead and thank everybody for tuning in. Right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, you're watching the Blazing Pedals TRJ Karting.com Truck Series. And this is the first of the 2 races of the round of 8 heading into the championship just 3 short weeks from tonight. Next week, tune right here, and you're going to watch these guys racing it out on Pocono. What turn 4?
Yeah, I like Pocono. Pocono, now there was one track that I absolutely loved when we started racing for a cause and we were driving on them short tracks, Chris. Concord. The people hated it, but it's just a mini Pocono. It's a good time.
Yeah. A lot of fun. These car lights are off, Rick. We're getting ready to send these guys back under the green flag. And this could get interesting. We've got a lot of old tires out there. Walker able to put the power down onto the road. Walker with yet another great restart. Hank Caston trying to battle for second. Can't quite get there. Paulson holds on. Derek Polson battling for second spot. Hank Caston trying to take it away. Caston to the inside. And look at the 24 go. Dalton Kilroe is one of those drivers that came down and got tires, Rick, and it is showing on track. Dalton Kilroe able to get it done on the inside. Right now to the inside of D's. Make short work of it. Now looking to find a way around the 5. We're on lap number 58. And that means we've got 3 laps to go. Can Dalton Kilroe score extra bonus points for winning stage 1? He's working on Derek Paulson right now, Rick. This could be huge.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that truck is just sticking. And he goes around Paulson. I mean, once he gets into those corners, Chris, he can do what these guys can do. He can just mash it. He's going now.
Dalton Kilroe going to the lead. Yeah. Oh my! The call is working out for Kilroe, and at the line, Kilroe takes over the lead in the Turn 3 Racing Network Chevy Silverado. What a move. Oh no!
Ooh,
Sherman gets into 1. Ty Morosco trying to hold on. Morosco doing everything he can to keep it going straight, and does. That means we stay under the green flag going into turn 3 and 4 for the number 24. He's going to have to hold on for 1 more mile, Rick, to try and win stage number 1. Dalton Kilroe pulling it out, and he is on fire right now with those new tires. Jamie Walker watching it happen, and Corey Sherman with the number 3 goes down to the inside going around Jamie Walker. Walker's slow right now on those old tires. Corey Sherman did come down pit road, and he got those 4 fresh tires, but Dalton Kilroe able to get out in front before anybody else. Coming out of turn number 4, it's going to be Dalton Kilroe at the line for the stage win. Your stage 1 winner, the 24. Wow, what a move.
Now here's the thing, Chris. I mean, okay, he won the stage. Now we know that everybody else is going to come down and probably get tires. I mean, they just saw what Dalton Kilroe was able to do. So now it's going to be equal again.
Unbelievable end to stage number 1, the 24 getting it done.
Now wait, don't talk about him too much though until he slows down to pace speed, because you know what happens when we start talking about Mr. Kilroe.
There's that.
Come on now.
Corey Sherman doing a good job, able to get around Walker.
Look at Terry Foster, man. 8th place right now. Woo!
Yeah, Terry, one of those guys who stayed out on the old tires, able to hold on to 8th. Actually restarted, I believe, in 6th spot, so only fell a couple. And I believe we're going to see some guys coming down pit road, but stage 1 winner, Dalton Kilroe, not one of them. That means, Rick, that we have a chance to talk to him right now. Driver of the number 24, it's Dalton Kilroe. You got a copy, bud?
10-4.
Don't blow your engine.
What? Wow. What a ride there. Those new tires definitely making it happen for you. Was it that important to you to win that stage?
Yeah, it was. I just wanted to try and get as many stage points as possible, so that way, in case something does happen later, like a blown engine, wink, wink, I've got a little bit of a buffer, and I'll have at least a couple extra points. If the stage had gone green, I would have been fine anyway, because I guess it would have been P3, maybe P4, because I saw the 3 was catching me a little bit. It just taking a gamble to get a couple extra points, so that way I feel a little bit better about next week, depending on how this race goes, which hopefully is going to go okay.
Well, so far I'd say it's going pretty well. I mean, you have been running in the top 3 all night long, and that tire strategy really paying off for you. When you came out, did you think you were too far back to make it happen, or did you just kind of know?
Well, I knew the fall off was a little bit more than they probably would have been comfortable with, the guys that stayed out. I knew I was probably going to be faster than them. I wasn't sure how aggressive I wanted to be. If I wanted to be super aggressive and basically wreck everybody, I'd be like 2 seconds faster than a lap, but I wasn't wanting to take that chance. So with the level of aggression I was planning on going into that restart with, I was just like, well, I should be able to come away with it, but if I don't, it's whatever.
All right. Well, that one paid off for you. What do you got in the tank for the rest of this race? Anything good?
Hopefully. I'm obviously trying to stay out here and see what I can do in this second stage here. Hopefully I don't wreck it like I did at Michigan, but try and get some better stage points for this one as well.
All right, bud. Well, we're going to let you go and get back to it, but yeah, congratulations once again. Winning stage number 1, you're getting set to go back under the green.
Thank you.
Good luck, buddy.
And that was the number 24, Dalton Kilroe, winner of stage number 1 tonight. And he's getting it done with some pit strategy. Rick, we've seen him win a race this year on pit strategy. And now it's coming down to the wire. Knows that those stage points are important. Did it again with the pit strategy.
You know, Dalton's growing a lot too since we started broadcasting Blazing Pedals, Chris, which seems like years ago. And he's been doing a good job, and this season's been one of his better ones so far. So he's out there pouring it on. I think he's learned a few things, and he's really making us proud.
Yep. Although the same could be said for every single driver out there.
You're absolutely right.
Pace car lights are off. Trucks folded in 2 by 2, getting ready to go back under the green. Dalton Kilroe, your race leader, hits the go pedal, and go he does. Before
right
Christopher Tate with a good restart, Rick.
Yeah, he's doing. I mean, Corey Sherman, he's going to be making a run too. And here comes Ty Morosco. Look at these guys; they're all coming down. They know what they're doing. They're out here putting on one heck of a good show here in the Granite Mountain State.
Granite what?
It's because I was reading a book earlier about the Granite Mountain hot shots. I don't know. Like mountains, I don't. It's, you know, live free or die. Okay, get out there and live. Tax free, cheap beer. Those are the good things about New Hampshire.
Level of aggression going up as we see the 88 taking the inside. They were 3 wide for a moment there. Hank Caston was in the sucker hole, but now it all straightens itself out. Jamie Walker sitting in 7th spot. He's led 56 laps here so far tonight, Rick, and you know he's going to try and get back up to the front. Damage or not, the 88 is fast, and now he's just got a little bit of work to do, as right now sitting in 7th spot. We just saw a battle going on for the 3rd spot. Derek Paulson was able to get around the 1 truck of Ty Morosco. Morosco back to 4th, Paulson back up in the 3rd spot. Paulson having a very, very good night tonight. He's been running 2nd for most of the night here tonight, and that's exactly what he needs to do for the point standings.
You know, one thing I'm worried about on the 88, Chris, is, you know, he's really got to keep an eye on the temperatures now. I mean, obviously that damage is not going to help his speed too much here. Not a huge drafting track. But he's got to worry about those temperatures, man.
Yeah, that's something to be wary of. Although, I got to be honest, I don't think there's enough damage there to close it down enough to really get that 88 hot. But that's to be determined. Right now we're watching the 1 of Timer Roscoe. He's sitting in 4th spot right now. Brian D's behind him in the 17. That's that Marvel's Avengers truck. And 88 running in 6th spot. Ashton Slice right behind him. 68 of Ashton Slice still running 16 laps down, Rick, but he has moved himself up into 12th just by being out there. Oh, the 88 gets really loose coming out of 4.
Did a great job hanging on to it, though.
Ooh, Jamie Walker pushing very, very hard, and it's something you got to be wary of. You can't burn up the equipment too quick here. Used 1 set of tires. You've only got 2 more, and you've got a lot of laps to go. But this track will beat up on tires anyways. The last thing you need to do is help it.
Yeah, exactly. Right now, this is where it's going to be tough. I mean, Jamie Walker's out there battling with a 17. Brian D's almost clear, but D's coming back on the outside, Chris. Looks like Walker finally able to get around him, pull up in front of the 17. Brian D's falls back to 6th position, but I don't think he's done yet because he's been gaining big time, as you see right there on the 88. He was doing that with Ty Morosco there in the 1. Or the 88 got around. Now the 88 got that number 1 there in his sights, trying to figure out how to get around him.
Don Kilroe holding on the lead. Derek Paulson has worked his way back up into 2nd spot. And Corey Sherman has fallen to 3rd. Ooh, Sherman doing a little short track drifting right there. He's going to lose a little time on track. May allow for Ty Morosco and Jamie Walker to start catching him up a little bit.
Ooh, Sherman.
Corey Sherman down on the inside. The guys that righted. And we're going to stay under the green, but Corey Sherman losing a lot of position all the way back in the 9th spot.
What a great job hanging on to it, though.
The Shermanator trying to hold on. Get that 3 running back in the correct direction. Meanwhile, up front, it's Dalton Kilroe and Derek Paulson. Paulson starting to catch Kilroe. The 24 of Dalton Kilroe has now led 18 laps as he crosses the start-finish line. Lap number 76 underway.
See, this is what I was talking about earlier, Chris. You know, Kilroe, he's got 22 laps on the set of tires there. Eric Paulson sitting there in 2nd place, really doing a good job catching up to him. He's only got 13 laps, though. You know, Dalton pulled him out right at the right time there to take over that stage, but now he's going to try to fight and hang on to that lead.
Yeah, Derek Paulson right to the back bumper. Paulson very strong at this stage of the race here. And he may be trying to lead a couple more laps. He does have 1 credited to him so far.
Yeah, and he wants to add a few more. I mean, Walker so far out there, he's got the most laps led, 56. Kilroe with 19, make it 20 now. Paulson, that 1. He wants to add a few more. I mean, Paulson's had quite the season. You know, he's had some bad luck, but that Dr. Squatch machine looking good tonight there. And Dr. Squatch Racing think only has one driver out there right now. Brian McRae not out there tonight. We missed Brian out there. We got Kyle Wellman. He went out earlier on in the race. He's showing 23 laps down, finishing in 13th position. Now here comes Paulson looking on the inside of Kilrow. Finally he says, okay, I think it's enough's enough, man. Let me leave some laps now. My tires are a little bit newer. I got 16 laps on these bad boys. And it shows. I mean, we're starting to see, you know, Kilrow is starting to fall off a little bit, but he's going to be going, okay, want to race? Let's race. I'm going to look on the inside. Ooh, careful, Kilrow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a new race leader. Lap number 2 now led by Derek Paulson in that number 6 Dr. Squatch machine. I hear you, Mark. Thank you for that, man. I mean, you know, it's going to be hard. For those that don't know, Chris and I are going to be stepping away from broadcasting. We're finishing up our seasons here. Need a little bit of a break. We got tire season coming up at the shop. Can't get Chris away from that place. He just stays. He's even kind enough to help me out there yesterday. After work, we started taking the pinstriping and stuff off my personal truck. Didn't have to stay. I wanted him to go home and get some rest, get better. Which he is feeling a little better today, so that's good. That's just Chris. He's a heck of a guy, but need a little break. We're going to be working on some stuff here still for turn 3. Who knows? Arthur, you might see a couple new drivers, or at least a new driver in the Blazing Pedals, or maybe a live spotter. Who knows?
It always does come down to the who knows.
Just while you're getting your tasty beverage, you called it. Derek Paulson able to get around the 24 Dalton Kilrow. Only got 19, make it 20 laps now on those tires.
Yeah, so the running order, Derek Paulson, your race leader, Dalton Kilrow. Sitting in second spot, Mark, whose mic is cutting?
Yeah, it's probably mine because I had it moved away from my mouth a little bit.
Don't do that. Jamie Walker sitting in third spot. He was able to get around Timer Roscoe for the position. Timer Roscoe sitting in fourth spot. Brian Dees in fifth. Hank Casson running in sixth spot. Nico Kie. And that number 9 machine has moved up a couple positions since the last time we talked about him. He was in ninth, now in seventh. Corey Sherman in the 3 has gathered that thing back up and is marching his way back forward. He got around Terry Foster for 8th spot, and that does put Terry in 9th. In 10th position, it's the number 4 of Christopher Tate. Ian Habiuk sitting there with 11 laps down, Rick, but not giving it up. Ian Habiuk in 11th spot. Ashton Slice 4 laps behind Ian in 12th. Kyle Wellman, Joshua Kane, Jason Anderson, Derek Garrison, and Taylor the Butcher Benjamin will not finish this race. Hey, Rick.
Yo.
Stop moving your mic.
I'm not moving. You know, I was eating cookies, okay, and I didn't want the crunching to come through on the mic, so. These mics are very, very sensitive, Chris, as you know, because we have the same setup. They're good mics. I've been happy with it.
Oh, very.
Because I can eat cookies and I don't have to mute my mic anymore. I just got to pull it away, but then it cuts in and out.
All right, now the closest battle towards the front is for 4th spot. Timer Roscoe being followed by Brian Dees. Last couple of laps by. Those two trucks separated by about 5/100ths of a second in speed. So they're very, very close.
I gotta have cookies, you know? It's a long race. I got a snack.
I mean, some people do cookies and others do beverages of some sort.
I'm actually out of those. I gotta go to the store.
Skittles, at least it's cookies.
Well, I mean, you know.
All right, Rick. Well, I guess we got to know, what kind of cookie are you eating tonight?
Tonight, just chocolate chip, homemade. We're gonna be
now.
We're gonna be for the shop, but
yeah. See, I was just gonna say that sounds like something that could have made its way to the shop, but no, you're gonna hog them up again. And again, I'm not gonna have any.
I'm sorry. We also had banana bread too, but the baby was craving banana bread, and now there's not much left.
Very fan and Cheez-Its. Okay, yeah, that's something. Berry Fanta. I don't know if I've had. I guess I haven't had that.
I've never had berry Fanta.
Oh, look at this. This battle's starting to tighten up now for that 4th place spot. Brian Dees is starting to catch the back bumper of Ty Morosco in the 1. And this is a battle for a spot here. This is 4th. Brian Dees finding a little extra speed out of that 17 machine. And a little extra grip as he's able to hold it down a little bit further than the 1 was.
Man, D's just having a heck of a night, man. He's just pulling right up there. I mean, this is the closest battle right now. D's keeps getting up on the back bumper of the 1 in Morosco, just not able to find that one spot to go around yet. Jamie Walker on his move on the way up through. Jamie Walker sitting in 3rd position, trying to catch up the kill row. Got a little bit of time, but man. Morosco able to hold it down just a little lower. Now, all this going on with this racing is allowing number 5 of Hank Caston to finally move into the frame there, Chris. And Hank, he's been doing really good. Sitting there in 6th, he's now caught the back bumper of the 17.
Yeah, he's
So this is going to get real.
He's another one of those drivers, Rick, that's really trying to get a good finish tonight and try and secure himself a spot into the top 4. Hank Caston, a winner here this season. That was just awesome to see.
Oh, it was very awesome. Of course, this season we found out the meaning behind his paint scheme that he is now running once again. I'm glad that he brought that back. I like this other one too.
Yeah, a little bit of damage on the right-hand side of the 5 truck, though. It doesn't seem to be slowing him down all that much. Hank trying to get around this track. And just in front of him, Rick, Brian Dees looking for that pass on Ty Morosco. We've been watching this one for a little while kind of develop, and it may be happening right now. Ty Morosco comes off very close to the wall, has to cut the wheel to the left, and that allows Dees to take over 4th spot. So Dees now in 4th spot with Morosco in 5th. And here comes Hank Caston. All that racing, like you said, he was able to kind of catch him up. Now let's see if he's got enough in the tires and enough grip to try and make a run at Morosco.
And I think, it might take a couple laps there, but Hank Caston looking pretty fast out there, Chris, though.
Hank Caston looking good. And here comes the 17 working on the back door of the number 4. That's Chris Tate. Tate right now being scored 1 lap down, running in 10th position. Brian Dees moves down to the inside. Easy pass as Tate kind of lets him go by. Top 3 drivers, Derek Polson, Dalton Kilrow in the 24, And he is being chased down by the 88 of Jamie Walker. Walker has caught the back bumper of the 24 machine.
Now, Dalton made a really cool move there to end the first stage there, Chris. He came down for tires. Now, we're on lap 98, 240. We know that the next stage is going to end at the end of lap 120. So when 121 hits the scoreboard for Kilrow, he's been out there with that set of tires now for 44 laps. Eric Paulson's got 36 on his. Jamie Walker, 34. Ryan D's 35. +1 as they all go across that start finish line. And you're back there with Ty Morosco. Ty took his tires right the same time that Dalton Kilrow took his.
Yes, he did in the 24. Obviously having a little bit better luck with that.
For Christopher Tate finally heading down pit road, get service on his number 4.
Well, the 88 sitting in second spot now, Rick, and Dalton Kilrow on those old tires really didn't put up much of a fight. He knew the 88 right now a little bit quicker. And I'm just looking at Walker and Derek Paulson's lap times. Very, very close. 5/100ths of a second separating those two on lap time. So Jamie Walker has a little bit of work to do to try and catch the 6 of Paulson. Brian Dees has been able to separate himself from the one truck of Ty Morosco. And Hank Caston has slipped back just a little bit, so Caston not able to hold on with Morosco. Starts losing a little bit of time. The 68 of Ashton Slice just ahead of Morosco. He's 16 laps down. Something happened at the beginning of the race. Not quite sure what it was, but the 68 not there for many, many laps to start this one off. And then he came out and really showed what those fresh tires were able to do as he blew by the entire field to try and get one lap back. And then we had a caution as he was in front of the race leader. That's a tough one to live down.
And it is.
Chris Tate able to get around Hank Caston. So Tate, who's right now being scored 2 laps down, finding a little late run speed. And this has been a very, very long run for these guys. Looking at Ian Habiak, Rick, and something very, very interesting here. He hasn't been on pit road for 89 laps.
Yeah, it makes you kind of wonder what is going on now. That's one thing that we haven't done. We haven't gone down into the live spotter. It actually looks like Tim is just watching us.
Yeah, don't know where Tim is. Conspicuous by his absence, not in the spotter channel.
You know, last week he messaged me. He's like, "Yep, you know what? I can tell you right now, New Hampshire is not one of Ian's favorite tracks."
And New Hampshire's so tough. It really is a tough track. If you've never tried to drive this track, first thing you're going to learn is you have to brake before the corner, or else that truck's going to float right up into the wall. Oh, speaking of floating, caught somebody out there. I think it was the 3 of Corey Sherman getting loose.
Yeah, the Shermanator.
one of the other Toyota drivers out there tonight. Corey Sherman right now running in 8th spot. Terry Foster rounding out the drivers on the lead lap, running in 9th place tonight in his number 86. Terry Foster has a little bit of damage to the right front, but Rick, more importantly than that, consistently the last few weeks in the top 10. If he can somehow manage to take this momentum into next season, Terry Foster going to be somebody to watch out for.
Oh, definitely. I may not need to do another paint scheme for him. For that beautiful number 86 Kodiak. TNA Motorsports on there. The TRJ Karting, Turn 3 Racing Network. Obviously, Kodiak. Blazing Pedals logo. And then, of course, I had to throw his Bud Light one on there for him. Put that up there on the B post along with Old Dominion. And of course, I had to throw the Foster's beer on there. I mean, it's Terry Foster. I mean, come on, his own beer. And of course, the cheap tobacco logo, I had to throw that on there too.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to look at on that track, or that truck rather. If you can get close enough to see it all, it's pretty cool. Derek Colson, your race leader, is right behind Terry Foster, though, Rick, and that's not a good sign for Terry. He may be on the cutting block here, unless he can hold out for about 11 more laps. Well, make it 10 more laps as they cross the start-finish line. If Terry can stay on the lead lap, man, that would be huge.
It would be huge. But I don't know, man. Paulson, he is just on fire right now.
No,
like a little rocket ship.
Yeah, he's led 33 laps so far. And this after running in second place for most of the night. Yeah, Walker did come down and got tires. Had a little bit of an issue there. Dropped him back in the field before he came down. And he's trying to recover from that still. But Paulson, one of those drivers who would love to collect some bonus points for winning a stage tonight. So he works down the bottom side of the 86, and Terry's going to stay up high, let him go by. As courteous as he is, no challenge there. So Terry Foster, now the first truck, one lap down. Knows he's going to get it back, Rick, as long as the caution comes out. And we are slated to come back out with a caution here very soon. So Derek Paulson putting another one down a lap. Chris Tate in the 4. Maybe starting to take a peek to the inside of the 88. That's Jamie Walker running in second spot. And Tate's going to have position. Chris Tate 2 laps down. But very quick out there. Ooh, may have had some contact. The 88 into the wall. Like hard into the wall. May have just popped a motor. The 88 may be done tonight.
Oh, man.
We're going to go back and take a peek. Chris Tate running the inside of the 88 machine. And he starts moving up towards the top side of the track. And the two come down, or they just get together. And the 88 hard into the wall, and you see the smoke coming out. And that might be it for Jamie Walker here tonight. We're going to have to go back, take one more look. If this happened to him again for the second time tonight, the luck is just not on his side. Again, racing with a lap down vehicle. And you see it right there. Actually, the 88 kind of came down on Tate. Tate had the position.
I'm not really sure if there's actually contact there, just net code.
Yeah, we'll go back and take a look one more time. Absolutely unfortunate, whatever the case may be. But you see Tate takes the inside lane. And yeah, boy. Oh boy. 88 goes around and he's on pit road right now. So once again, caution out on the track. It's been a long time since we've seen the last caution before the end of stage number 1. This time it's coming out on lap 115. We're working lap 116 right now. Dalton Kilroe being scored as the race leader. As he... What did he do? Did he stay out? Yes, he did. Crafty veteran. Rick, I believe Kilroe is going to try and win another stage, and this time he's going to do it with old tires. Net code the call from Mr. Habiak.
I've looked at it a couple different angles, and that's what I'm seeing there. That just, thanks, High Racing.
The predictive AI that iRacing uses, sometimes it's very good. But they definitely need to work on it. Because sometimes it is very, very bad.
I mean, they were definitely close there, but every angle that I saw, I didn't actually see any contact. There was a space in between.
And nonetheless, here we are under caution, and Chris Tate playing this one just right, Rick. He is going to be able to go around the pace car. He's being scored one lap down. Once he goes around the pace car, which he's doing right now, that truck going to be on the lead lap.
Now, what's really interesting, Brian Dees worked his way up to second position, Chris. Dees only has about 55 laps on that set of tires. Dalton Kilroe, 64.
Jamie Walker not able to come back out, so the guy who's led the most laps here with 56 calls it a night from New Hampshire. And that is big, big news. He was the points leader coming into tonight, and he's going to take a hit. I believe he's going to finish somewhere around the 12th place mark. And now, Mr. Habiak says, nope, man, there was a little contact. As we go back under the green flag, Dalton Kilroe with a great restart. Knows he just has to hold on for a couple of laps. If he can do that, he'll sweep up the bonus points for tonight's race. And here comes Derek Paulson. Paulson really starting to pour it on now. Derek Paulson has those fresh tires, trying to make them work for him. He's got the inside, and he is looking hard into turns 3 and 4. It's going to be another tire strategy that's going to win a stage, Rick. This time it's going to be Derek Paulson unless something happens, but Paulson pulling away from Kilroe. Brian Dees trying to take over second, can't do it. The door was shut, and now they're going to split.
Oh, boy.
Oh, man, they're going, oh, they stayed at just 2 wide. Dees not able to get there, but he was looking to try and make it 3 wide, and Hank Caston ends up moving up in the second spot. Ty Morosco taking a peek to the inside of the 24. Ty Morosco taking spot over, and the Shermanator gets loose heading into the corner. Derek Paulson crosses the start-finish line, winning stage number 2. My, oh my. Pit road strategy paying off yet again. So Derek Paulson, with 5 laps on his tires, takes the lead and gets those very important stage bonus points, Rick. That is huge, huge for him.
That is huge, man. Doing exactly what I mean. He learned something from Dalton there the first stage. You know, go out, get some fresh tires, and go. Listen, while we wait to see what the 6 is going to do, Chris, we got one gentleman just outside of the TRJ Karting Infield Care Center. Jamie Walker, you got Rick and Chris up here in the booth, bud. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you guys. Go ahead.
Hey, man. What a tough break here for you tonight at New Hampshire. I'm guessing not going to be able to get back out there since you already got that thing loaded up and heading over to Pocono, eh?
Yeah, I don't want to say something I don't want to say, so I'm just gonna pack it up, bring it into next week, and see what I can do for next week.
Well, there you go, buddy. Hey, listen, you know, it was you were dominating there for a while, led 56 laps here tonight, so we hate to see that. You came in here as the points leader, so it looks like you're probably going to finish somewhere around maybe 12th place, somewhere around there, man. So, you know, good luck next week in Pocono. Is there anybody on that 88 you'd like to thank tonight?
Well, I gotta thank you guys up here in the booth, you know, giving me the shout outs, and everybody down at TRJ Karting, and yeah, I'm just gonna we'll see you guys next week, all right?
All right, buddy. Hey, listen, you have a good night, and we will talk to you next week, hopefully.
10-4, thanks.
Obvious disappointment out of the mouth of Jamie Walker, the driver of the 88. Knows that he just kind of needs to bottle it in a little bit. But Rick, let's go ahead and get Derek Paulson up here, winner of stage number 2. Derek, this is Chris and Rick up in the booth. You got a copy, bud?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Well, listen, that was very, very important for you to do. You ended up winning stage number 2, and you did it with pit road strategy. So congratulations.
Yeah, they did that same strategy on stage number 1, so I figured, hey, what the hey, I'll try to do that. There's only a couple lap shootout there, so it panned out pretty good.
Yeah, that was really, really good call out of the 6 machine. And, man, you had some really good speed. You've been doing pretty well tonight. You've led 42 laps, and that's exactly what the doctor ordered tonight. What are your chances going forward, do you think?
If we stay green, not bad, because I got pretty good long run speed. In the short run speed, I'm lacking a little bit, but if we stay green, I feel pretty good about my chances tonight.
So the longer you go, the better the truck feels too. Okay. And out there right now, you've been running second, you've been running third, mostly second place tonight. Out front, how's that truck feeling for you?
Oh, it feels really good up front.
All right, bud. Well, let's hope that it continues that way, and we'll look forward to trying to talk to you again at the end of this one. But we're going to let you go back down, as the pace car lights should be shutting off this time by, and let you get ready to take that green flag.
Sounds good.
All right.
Good luck, bud.
Good luck to Derek Paulson, driver of the number 6, stage 2 winner here tonight. Getting it done. Trucks are getting folded up 2 by 2 and getting ready to go back under the green flag.
Poor Tim's feeling bad. I don't know how he did it, but he's like, I jinxed Jamie.
And yeah, it was all Skittles' fault, actually, Tim, so you're okay. Not enough cheering out there for the 88 machine. Don't you worry, I believe the Dew crew will be back at Pocono next week.
With a vengeance.
Pace car getting set to come down pit road. We're going to send these trucks back under the green flag, Rick, and we got a new front row. It's Paulson and Caston getting ready to go back into the green, and Paulson hitting the loud pedal. Back under the green flag we go. Shermanator sitting in 3rd spot. Timer Roscoe in 4th. Dalton Kilrow picking up 5th spot, and Kilrow doing it on the inside.
Roscoe moves to the outside. Giving one heck of a run there, and Hank Caston trying to get around him, but Hank's able to hold off there on the outside, Chris.
Some very different lines right now.
Yeah.
Fresh tires.
The Shermanator not giving up. They're side by side at the line. Sherman makes that pass, takes over 2nd position.
Yeah, he had just a slight edge at the line, and then heading into turn 1, really made that 3 truck stick. And Corey Sherman takes over 2nd, like you said, Rick. Hank Caston the 3rd. Dalton Kilrow in the 24 trying to catch the back bumper as we're going to go green for the rest of this one, barring any incidents. And here comes the 24. He's going down to the inside of Hank Caston. Caston under a gun. And the 24 getting it done through turns 1 and 2. So Dalton Kilrow trying to work his way back up front. Hank Caston drops back down to 4th. Timer Roscoe in 5th spot. And then you've got the 86, Terry Foster. Nick Okie looking to the inside of Foster. Foster taking a very wide line.
Yeah, I do remember that there, Mr. Habiak. He did say that he was going to lap the field, and then, of course, Jamie's like, long race, Tim. That's just how Jamie Walker is, though, Chris. You know, he doesn't like the fanfare. He wants to come out here and enjoy his racing. Very clean, respectful racer.
Yeah. Tough
Just
night.
not having the luck tonight, that's all.
Tough night with the lap cars here tonight for the 88. Jamie Walker, but we move on.
I don't blame you, Tim, though. Don't feel bad, buddy. It's just this awesome track that we're at.
Tim,
Love this track.
I'm going to make you feel better. You want to see your product out there in the world? Let me show you something cool. There's the picture.
Boy.
That is Rick on the truck with his daughter in the summertime. That's pretty cool. Here's Rick at work. Now he was checking in their budget truck because we also have the budget contract. He was doing a good job that day, working hard. It was sunny out. So he decided he was going to wear the TRJ Karting.com t-shirt, available right there on TRJkarting.com. But recently, it's been cold. And Rick said, well, I don't want to be cold. So he took out the hoodie. And now Rick is feeling good.
And I'm wearing that hoodie again, man. Let me tell you, I love that thing. And of course, as promised, I gave you one of my extra stickers.
Yes, I have that sticker.
I showed you the first responder sticker that's going to make its way on the truck. And of course, my Racing Per Keyword sticker.
Yeah, I got to see a bunch of stuff that you had. That was pretty cool.
Yes, sir. And we're under caution.
Under caution. And it looks, unfortunately, like it was the 86 of Terry Foster that bringing this one out. So let's go back and take a peek. Terry Foster working the inside of Nick Okie, and he just breaks loose into the infield grass a little bit. Obviously, there was a little bit of mowing that needed to be done. Luckily, Chris Tate was able to stay off from him, and Terry comes out of that one relatively unscathed. Although, if you ask his ego, he's probably going to tell you it wasn't his best moment. But the 86 rolls back out there. Drops back into 9th position, the last truck on the lead lap. But, you know, that could have been a lot worse, Rick.
You know, Terry did a good job keeping that thing off the wall and away from everybody else. Went for a little ride in the VR.
Derek Paulson, your race leader. Corey Sherman in second. Hank Caston, Timer Roscoe, Nick Okie. Dalton Kilrow on pit road, so he's back to 9th. After Okie, it's Chris Tate in 6th. Brian Dees in 7th. Terry Foster 8th, and then is Kilrow. Ian Habiak still trapped 12 laps down in 10th position. Ashton Slice 16 laps down in 11th. Jamie Walker going to finish tonight in 12th position. Kyle Wellman 13th. Joshua Kane, who came in tonight with influenza. Unbelievable effort out of him, finishing 14th tonight. Jason Anderson 15th. Derek Garrison 16th. And Taylor the Butcher Benjamin going to finish last here tonight. Joshua Kane and Derek Garrison, newcomers here. Garrison, this was his second week. Joshua Kane, his first week here with the Blazing Pedals. Two very talented drivers. Don't let their finish tonight fool you. And again, The same could be said for just any driver out there, Rick. Any driver out there for the Blazing Pedals guys can win on any given week, and that's what's truly fun about this league.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, we started seeing a lot of guys really pour it on this season too, man. And that's what's great to see. I mean, you know, it's not like somebody's coming in here dominating week after week after week. I mean, these guys are all good. They're all fairly respectable. They love competition. Go out there and give it their all each and every Sunday night. And they put on one heck of a show. It's a lot better than any live New Hampshire race I've ever been to, I can tell you that. Or seen on TV. I mean, usually when NASCAR or the trucks or anybody is at New Hampshire, I go out and I cut my grass with a pair of scissors. That way it takes me all day. Out there with a ruler. Exactly 3 inches high.
But it is our home track.
It is. I mean, Watkins Glen is pretty cool too. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
And that's just across the pond.
The other side
just
of the pond.
saying.
Hey, we're watching the Blazing Pedals TRJkarting.com truck series, and for some of that merch that I was showing on screen, courtesy of Rick, check it out, TRJkarting.com. Don't forget, Tim has included a sim racing section.
And I'm just saying, you saw what I got, but that's not everything. Because I got my Alpine racing shoes.
Well, I
got
still
my-
haven't seen the box cutter as the pace car getting ready to drop back on pit road. Derek Paulson, Corey Sherman, your top 2. Paulson, the outside driver. He gets the field going. We're back under the green. I really want to see that box cutter. That's the thing right there. These guys starting to stretch it out a little bit already here. We like Pocono too. Very fast track. Each corner just a little bit different. And while we have said this championship race is going to be in 3 weeks from tonight, what we really haven't talked about a lot tonight, Rick, is how these guys kind of get to that point. And that is one of the coolest things about this league. These guys will go ahead and put up a vote for any track that they've raced during the season. They're going to take off any road courses. They're going to take off any super speedways, but any other track eligible for that championship race. They vote on it, they choose it, and then Mr. Arthur makes it happen. Mark, that is very, very cool. Keep that going forward. Rick ran out of milk. He had to go upstairs and get some more for his cookies that he's not bringing into the shop to share.
Yes. I'm back and have the last cookie.
Derek Paulson, Corey Sherman, top 2. Ty Morosco sitting in 3rd spot. Hank Caston in 4th. Dallin Kilroe rounding out the top 5. Then it's Nick Okie in the 9 truck running in 6th spot. Chris Tate has worked his way back onto the lead lap from being 2 laps down. He's sitting in 7th position. Terry Foster sitting in 8th position. A little bit slow right now. That damage might be starting to catch up to him a little bit. Brian Dees sitting in 9th place. And he is the last truck on the lead lap. He and Habiuk right behind him. Habiuk running in 10th position. Although he is 12 laps down. Ashton Slice, the last driver on track. Running in 11th position, 16 laps down, but very, very fast. Just too far down to really make a charge at it. And tonight's going to really hurt Ashton's chances. As he came into tonight, I believe, in 2nd place in the point standings. Jamie Walker has retired from the race, along with Kyle Wellman, Josh Kane, Jason Anderson, Derek Garrison, and Taylor the Butcher Benjamin. Derek Paulson is doing a fantastic job. He's now led the most laps of this race at 61, surpassing Jamie Walker by 5.
Not only was I getting a cookie, okay, I heard you right before I thought about the cookie and how you wanted a picture of my Uniline box cutter. Well, I had to grab my phone, and you have one in your message now.
Oh.
Just so you know. My Uniline box cutter stays here on my desk. It is my prized possession. TRJkarting.com.
I hate to do this live, but I might have to.
I even messaged him and I said, hey, I said, thank you for getting my package out so quick, but you left me a prize. And I sent him a picture of it too, and he laughed. And I said, you want me to send it back? And he goes, nope, just keep it. But I know some people, when you buy some certain stuff from TRJkarting.com, you might get a tape measure, but you know what? Me, I'm the only one that has the Uniline shipping supply specialist box cutter from my good friend Tim Habiak and Ian Habiak, of course.
Oh yeah.
Little E. Just love that family. Love supporting Tim and the boys. Tim does a lot of great things out there for his community. And that's why I like to support TRJkarting.com, and I think you guys should too.
And like I said, I hate to do it live, but there it is. The box cutter finally making its debut right here on a Sunday night as we're watching the Blazing Pedals TRJkarting.com Truck Series. You too might get lucky enough to win. No.
I am the only one that has that, man. It's mine. I want to send it back so they can all sign it. That's what I really want.
That might be funny. Again, I want to go ahead and thank everybody who's tuned in right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. We are watching the Blazing Pedals TRJkarting.com Truck Series. Derek Paulson, your race leader right now, and he has led a bunch of them, Rick, sitting on 66 laps led out of the 6 machine. This is exactly the night that he was looking for, and right behind him, Corey Sherman in the 3, not doing too shabby himself, sitting in 2nd spot. Timer Roscoe in 3rd. Dalton Kilwell 4th. Hank Caston running in 5th. So that top 5 really having the kind of night that they're looking for as we grow under caution. And I'm not sure why.
I'm looking at the 24 and the 1. Maybe because they slowed down a little bit there.
Well, let's go back and see if we can't figure it out. Oh, yeah, the 24 to the inside of the 1. The 1 goes sideways on track. That'll draw the caution every time. But really no harm, no foul there, as they both are able to continue on. Just good, hard racing.
Now, maybe with my next order, I think I'm going to ask him to do me a favor and send me like a bottle of Pepto that he has drank during one of these races. I know it's crazy, folks, but you know what? Someday, this Uniline box cutter might be worth money, okay?
Big news here, Rick. Derek Paulson giving up the race lead and coming on down pit road. That's going to surrender the lead to the 3 truck of the Shermanator, Corey Sherman. Timer Roscoe staying out there, 2nd spot. Hank Caston 3rd, and that moves Chris Tate up to 4th. Nick Okie rounding out the top 5. Terry Foster and Dalton Kilrow 6th and 7th. Derek Paulson on pit road, like we said, but very, very quick pit stop, Rick. It may have been fuel only as a call.
Well, we got about 91 laps left, so I mean, if he's got a set of tires, he's going to want to hang on to it just for a little while longer, I think. Yeah. Now I'm playing, you know, I had to touch the box cutter. I done cut my finger open.
God.
Now we're blood brothers.
Yes, sir. Gonna have a
Good
heck of a
news is
boost
that,
tomorrow.
yeah, you are. That's not quite as good as mine. I mean, I was just trying to scrape off a little bit of undercoating that was still on my finger.
Well, the best cut is often a razor cut, so sharp. It'll heal up nice.
It's all good. It's a rusty blade, but it works good.
Yeah, that's fine.
And my good friend Tim Habiuk sent it up to me special. I know he's watching and probably laughing and shaking his head going, dumbass.
Yeah, some interesting pit strategies being deployed here by these drivers as we're sitting here under caution on lap 151 of 240. Limited tires. So, what is the call? We're going to find out. What we know for sure. Corey Sherman, your race leader. He's going to be followed by Ty Morosco. As the pace car lights go off, we're going to fold them up 2 by 2, getting ready to go back under the green, heading into turns 1 and 2 right now. And I hate to talk about what I did today, Rick, but I guess I kind of have to, because it's one of the downsides of getting a little older. So I have progressive glasses now, and that's a new thing to me. I got myself a new rifle, getting ready for deer season. I figured I'd better sight the thing in, and caught myself looking over my glasses as I pulled the trigger. And now I don't know how it didn't happen. It didn't break my glasses. The pace car was getting ready to drop on a pit road, but I did catch the scope with my forehead. Corey Sherman, great restart from the 3. And Chris Tate trying to battle for second. He's next to the 1. They're very close together. They separate back out. So I got a little bit of a scope ring on my forehead. That's always fun. Oh, no, Terry Foster going around. Cautions, breeding cautions. Yes, sir. As Terry Foster hard into that inside retaining wall. As we are still under green, Terry Foster looking to hit the tow button. Keeps this thing under the green, but that goes a really decent finish again for Terry Foster. And unfortunately tonight, just not going to happen. Corey Sherman starting to walk away with the lead a little bit. He's got almost a second lead over Chris Tate, who's being scored in second spot. Morosco trying to battle back on the inside, hard into the corner, and Tate keeps it right there. Brian Dees, Hank Caston watching from right behind these two drivers. And at the line, Chris Tate has taken over second spot, but the 1 should be able to fight back on the inside, and does. They go door to door through 1 and 2. So this battle not done yet. Brian Dees trying to take advantage. Unable to get there. Chris Tate finally does take second. And here comes Dees. He's throwing it in the corner. And he is throwing it in hard. Brian Dees trying to take over third spot. Can't quite get there, though. Didn't have the momentum after swinging it in so deep into that corner.
That's the hard thing here about New Hampshire, Chris. I mean, so flat there in the corners. You really got to, like, hold that truck down there. And it is so hard because it just wants to slide up towards that outside wall. Yeah, but look at these go.
Big trick right now. If you have new tires, don't kill them. Throwing them into the corner like that, that's going to rip those tires apart, and it's going to do it quick. Go ahead.
Definitely. So I got a question to ask you. Was it the scope that came on the rifle, or was it your night scope that you were...
It was the one that came with the rifle. I was trying to sight that one in. The good news is, after all that happened, I took a look at the shot. I was on paper, so we're good there. I adjusted it just a little bit more, and should be absolutely fine.
Now, I told you when you bought that gun. Now, I do love me a Christmas story, okay? Everybody's got to love a Christmas story, but I told you you're going to shoot your eye out. I didn't mean for you to actually do it, though.
All right. Ty Morosco fighting back for third. He's doing it on the inside. Chris Tate can't defend against it. And Morosco takes over third spot. And here comes Paulson. Derek Paulson trying to get back up towards the front right now, sitting in fourth position behind that one truck. So Derek Paulson trying to march himself back to the front. He's led more laps than anybody else here tonight at 67 and would like to lead some more. But right now, Paulson sitting in fourth spot. The 68, that's Ashton Slice. He is multiple laps down, but very quick. Something happened to him at the start of this race. Wasn't able to get out there for a while. And that has put him way behind tonight. But still having fun out there, driving away. Speaking of driving away, man, it is Corey Sherman. He's 0.6 of a second. It's his race lead over Brian Dees, but Dees closing it down quick. Brian Dees taking advantage of those tires. Corey Sherman out there with 44 lap old tires. Brian Dees with just 10 laps on his set. And Dees very fast right now because of that tire disparity. To the inside, going into turns 1 and 2. Brian Dees looking to take the lead and does. And that puts Corey Sherman back in the second spot. So Dees right now with the hot shoe. So lesson learned today, Rick. From now on, glasses are coming off when I'm going to shoot. I would have liked to have learned that without the pain. You know, the funny thing, it didn't even hurt that bad. It just kind of stunned me for a second. And I felt that dribble down my nose. Knew exactly what happened. And Brian Dees, your race leader. Corey Sherman second. Morosco's sitting in third spot. He's being followed by Derek Paulson very closely. Again, Paulson has led the most laps here tonight at 67. Brian Dees has now led a couple. It's important for a lot of these drivers to have a very good finish here tonight. Some of these guys on the bubble and threatening to not make the chase. Tonight is going to help them out. Wide varying pit strategies happening out there. Will make the end of this race very interesting and entertaining. The 6 seems to be a little bit faster than the 1 right now, but can't figure out a way around him. Have to be very careful with the line that you run here. Now taking a peek to the inside, heading into turn 3. Derek Paulson trying to pull side by side with the 1. Can't quite do it off 4. And that's going to actually hurt Paulson a little bit as the 68 was able to kind of close the door a little bit. Side by side with the lap down number 68 is Derek Paulson. 24 trying to figure out a way to go. Dalton Kilroy starting to become a little bit of the mix here. Different lines all around. And the 24 peeking on the inside. Dalton Kilroy trying to make a move. Kilroy right now being scored in 5th spot, but he is side by side with 4th place runner Derek Paulson. Slight contact. Paulson goes a little sideways, and Kilroy able to get around. Colson did a good job just holding on to it.
We got Terry Foster there just getting out of the infield care center. Chris, whenever you're ready.
Yeah, let's get Terry up here. Driver of the number 86, Terry Foster. This is Chris and Rick up in the booth, and this is not how we want to be talking to you tonight.
Hi, guys. What's happening?
Well, that's kind of the question for you, bud. You're out there, you're running top 10, and now you're not.
Yeah, I come off that turn and went to grab fourth gear, once I had it up to speed, and I went to the right just a little bit further than I wanted to on my gear shift, and if 6 speed was there, it would have been good, but it was neutral, so I blew it up.
Oh, boy. Yeah, that'll do it every time.
I'm going to leave my truck up here in the northeast, take it over to Burlington. I'm hoping there's a shop over there that can fix that for me.
I believe there is. I believe you want to check out Priority Auto, South Burlington, Vermont.
Shameless plugs.
Oh, we'll take it.
So I am probably done. I had well over 30 minutes of repairs. I'm just going to sit back and watch the race.
Well, Terry, you know what?
What?
You might as well stay up here and get a little practice in for that championship race.
You know what? That sounds like a good idea. Let me click on a couple buttons here.
I mean, you can watch it on your own, but it's more fun watching it with friends.
Now I'm gonna sit there and watch it with you guys. I'm gonna watch it through the Oculus and just sit here and watch.
Perfect. Oh, right now we're watching Brian D. He's getting around this track better than anybody else. You know how? You know how I know? Because he's the race leader. Brian D. is up front.
And when I blew my motor, he was behind me a lap down.
Yeah. There's been a couple of drivers that were laps down, like I'll go with 6th place runner Chris Tate at one point, 2 laps down, now on the lead lap, running 6th spot. A good comeback for that number 4 machine of Christopher Tate.
Yeah, Chris Tate, I believe earlier in the run, he was hoping for a good caution or something to come out and get that 1 lap back. Just so happens I got the lucky dog instead of he did, so that was a good thing for me.
Yeah, we saw you go down that lap, Terry, and yeah, we were talking about that as it was kind of happening, and hated to see that. I guess in the grand scheme it wasn't going to matter tonight, but man, you were having such a good run again in the top 10 tonight, and that would have been a really good, strong finish for you. And like I told Rick earlier on, I said, if you can keep that momentum heading into next season, boy, you might be a contender for this thing.
Well, that's my goal, man. I'm going to do everything I possibly can next season. Concentrate a little bit more. Early in this race, I could not find a line to run through here. Then late here, about lap 140, I was kind of watching some of the other guys, what they were doing. And, excuse me, it made me a lot faster, I feel, after running what some of these other guys' lines was running.
Yeah, this track, notoriously tough to drive. It's so flat. How did the setup feel to you, Terry, when you were out there?
Oh, the setup's great, and it's getting better as the day goes because it's getting cooler. Is the track getting cooler?
It is, yeah. It's down to 93 degrees right now. Still warm.
And I think we started at, what, 113, 114?
Yeah.
Okay. So it is getting a little tighter. It is a little more fast, more faster a word. So, but yeah, the truck felt great, man. It was my bad. I was missing shifts quite often tonight. I don't know if I was getting tired or what, but yeah, I'm looking forward to next season already, man. We're going to have one hell of a long season next season. Just something I don't want to get into yet because nothing's been put in stone. So it's going to be a good season.
Yeah, I was going to say, let's not give anything up yet until it's official. But yeah, I saw some of the thoughts that were being planned for next season. Gotta admit, I'm curious.
Oh, we all are. I mean, I'm even an admin, and we're kicking things around. But I mean, and Mark just said right before I blew my motor that we're going to work on it during the off season. get some more guys in here that loves to race. I mean, I'm riding along with Dalton Kilroy right now, and he's just holding his line, going around. That's kind of driving me wanting this league, man. Just these guys that get here and race and care about not crashing other people.
Yeah, and uber consistency too is important. That definitely raises the bar, and Kilroy doing a good job tonight, running in the top 5, 5th place right now. He's following Derek Paulson, who at this point in the race has led more laps than anybody else. So a good run out of both of those drivers. And Paulson actually starting to catch the back bumper of Ty Morosco in the 1. So that might be a battle for 3rd brewing.
Derek is just crazy on this track tonight, man. I knew he'd come by me, and I might as well just pull it off the track right.
Ooh, touches the wall.
Yes, he did.
Getting that commentator curse right out of Terry Foster.
Oh, no. Come on. Don't be doing that to me.
It's real, Terry. People don't believe me, but it is real. But you know what that does is it backs up Paulson a little bit to the 24, and you know these guys have been battling a good portion of the night. They've been bumper to bumper one way or the other, and right now you find the 24 right behind Paulson in the 6, and it's been a good, entertaining battle between these two. They're kind of both just trying to do the same thing, and that's finish well, and you can see it in how they're driving tonight.
Well, the big thing I'm looking at right now is that number 1. He's up there leading these two, Kilroy and Derek. At the beginning of the race, we talked to him. I asked him what he's going to do, and I believe he's doing it, guys. He's holding his own.
Yeah, he's running his race, which I think is the most intelligent thing anybody can ever say for any race. I don't care what series it is. You know, you want to race other people, but at the end of the day, you have to race your race, or else it becomes uncomfortable and not natural feeling. Puts a lot of pressure on you, too.
Oh, most definitely. And I was trying to run my race, and I don't know if you were watching and it caught me at all, but I was running the load line for the longest time, and it was killing me. Ty Morosco just blinked out a minute. Running that bottom line, there's nothing there. I mean, you can't get no speed. You have to run like these guys are doing, kind of off of the black part on the high side, then kind of, I guess, diamond it.
Yep.
And you get that good speed coming off of there. And unfortunately, at lap 140 or so is where I realized that, halfway through the race.
Well, all you had to do was ask.
I thought about that the other night when I was chatting with you guys.
Oh, the 24 now with a big blink.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
24 and 6, they're going to work on Ty a little bit.
Yeah.
So
the 6 truck getting sideways. That allows the 24 to go around. Rick had a little bit of an issue. He's trying to take care of that real quick.
Okay.
As soon as you came in, he texted me something, and I said, well, you got to go take care of that. And
right.
I'm assuming that's exactly what he's doing.
Well, that little slip with Derek Paulson, I don't think messed him up a whole lot. It looks like he's gaining right back up there on Dalton Kilroy on that 24.
Yeah, just showing how fast he is tonight, and he has been very, very quick. Running second for most of the night while Walker was out there, and then ending up taking the lead over and held on to it for an extended period of time. And now he finds himself as the leader in laps led at 67. So a good night out of the 6 machine of Paulson as the 24 blinking again. And that's never a good sign this deep into a race. Usually the servers have settled down at this point in the race, but the 24 doesn't seem to be affected by it right now. The 1 out in front of him now blinking. So it is those two drivers that seem to be having a little bit of a connectivity issue right now. Check in on the race leader for just a second here. That's the 17 of Brian Dees. Right now, Dees is just smoking everybody. He's got a 5.25 second lead over the second place runner, the 3 truck, the Shermanator, Corey Sherman. You got to drop another 4 seconds to get back to Ty Morosco. And of course, that's where the action is you got Ty Morosco, Dalton Kilroy, and Derek Paulson all running together.
Boy, Kilroy just keeps blinking out bad.
Yeah, there's something going on there. He's got a very interesting line right now. He's able to kind of come out of those corners a little bit lower than the other two drivers around him. And if you can do that consistently, that is where the speed is here.
Chris, the way I'm set up right now, I can't look at times. Is Morosco catching up with Corey Sherman? Or is he running him down?
He very, very slowly. 0.2 of a second on the last lap.
Okay.
He's running 3.95 seconds behind Corey Sherman. Sherman has lost a little ground to the race leader. It's now 6.4 seconds, the gap between second and first place.
Dalton Kilroe, man, he was all over Morosco in the middle there.
And Kilroe has found a line that seems to be working for the 24, and it's just a matter of figuring out a way to pass. It's three big blinks now out of the 24, and that is unnerving. Terry, Rick and I have talked about this a few times, but from a driver's perspective, if somebody's blinking around you, what are some of the thoughts that you have going through your mind?
Am I going to have to clean my pants afterwards? Because it's where is he going? Where's that guy going to pop in? Is he going to be inside my car? Is he going to be in front of me and back? It's spooky when these guys when we disappear like that. You never know where they're going to come back out, and they could be right in front of you. You run them right over. Eric Paulson, he's coming to the pits.
Coming down pit road at 190. So Paulson may have a set of tires in his back pocket, and he is.
I still had a
set. Use it. You had a set, okay?
I still had a set left. Yeah, but it's just a scary situation, and unfortunately, it's probably the worst thing with iRacing is when that happens.
Well, between that and that notorious net code.
Oh. Yeah. And unfortunately, as last season, I can't remember what season it was. I think you guys were broadcasting, but when we would have an accident, a wreck, or whatever you want to call it, the admin would go back and look at it and decide who was at fault. Then we'd give the penalty the following week. Man, when you see that stuff happen, after looking at it for a little bit, you're just wondering, it's like, man, can't this be fixed or not?
And they have made some strides on the tech side of that to try and lessen it. And then every now and again, it seems like it's worse, and it kind of depends on the build. And it's very, it's tough to kind of get used to it. As a driver, I know that net code used to get me. I mean, it got me bad a few times, and you come away and be disappointed. Disappointed in the product, disappointed in your ability, thinking maybe you could do something different, when really it's a predictive software, so it's thinking that you're going to hit them, and that's what causes the spin, but even though you didn't touch them.
Oh, most definitely, because you may even hit it. When it looks a couple inches, it's no big deal, but man, when we're talking feet, then it makes them spin, that's that plays a toll on you.
Yeah, absolutely. So a bunch of drivers have come down pit road, and we should probably talk about that.
Yeah, but better.
Derek Paulson, who just went around the 24 of Dalton Kilroe like he was standing still. Chris Tate, Nick Okie, and Hank Caston have all come down pit road, probably for the last service of the night. That means
I'm riding along with Morosco. He just pulled in. I think he's he's getting tires too. Yep. At 191, Dalton Kilroe and his 24 went around Ty to take over that spot.
So we've got the top three that have not come down pit road. Do these guys have tires in their back pocket? We're going to find out as this one continues to unfold. About 46 laps to go.
And Ty Morosco right now showing one lap down, but Brian Dees, Corey Sherman, and Dalton probably still has to do a pit, I would imagine.
Yeah, you can't stay on the lead lap if you come down pit road on the green here. So, and then there's Ashton Slice. Not sure exactly what happened to him. Do you have any insight to that, where he was at the beginning of this race?
I have no clue. When I jumped out here just a little bit ago, I looked and seen he was so many laps down. I have no clue what happened to him.
He's been incredibly fast and consistent with his lap times, but, you know, it's hard to come back. At one point, he was 16 laps down, now showing 15 in the top 10. Unfortunately, they were Ian and Ashton were both able to get around you, but man, he's been blistering this track, but because he's so many laps down, probably not getting the recognition he deserves.
Definitely not. Definitely not. Last week I felt sorry for Ashton. I know you guys showed it that I got into the back of him and got him spun out. Man, I felt so horrible for doing that to him.
Well, you know, some of that's just racing, Terry, and there's not a lot you can do about it. Some of it's the track. And hey, you know what? You had a darn good truck last week. And here comes the 17 getting ready to surrender the race lead. And this could be the last stop for Brian Dees.
Yeah, Brian Dees woke down to that 45 dreaded mile an hour pit lane.
That's tough.
It is a long way down this pit lane at 45 mile an hour.
Dalton and Dees will be close to making it on fuel, says lead admin series owner Mark Arthur. And that
is taking
big.
4 tires.
4 tires for Dees. That means Dalton Kilroe, the only driver that has not come down pit road yet, and we've seen this kind of backfire. With 41 laps to go as they cross the start-finish line, you stay out there too long and you are losing a lot of ground per lap, as these guys with those fresh tires are just getting around here so much quicker.
Yeah, they'll eat him up here shortly if he doesn't do something.
But Kilroe has led some laps here tonight. He's led 26 so far. And not to play favorites, but that paint job.
I don't blame you.
But that
I got part of it on the back of mine. Oh.
That's not good.
No. Hey, Rick, how you doing, buddy?
I know. A little bit better.
Oh, good.
Got a little water issue going on here in Milton tonight.
You say melting?
In Milton.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I got water in my basement. My new rifle is sitting there up against my wall. When I went up to grab a drink there, I noticed that the box was wet. Went into the utility room and noticed that there's water in the corner, so that's not good.
And number 9 and Nick, I can't pronounce his last name ever. He's just, yeah, he's right on Kilroe and just took him.
Going the old-fashioned way to get his lap back. He's got Havey Hook on the outside. He's got Hank Castle on the inside.
Now, can you guys see where we are in the points as the race ends right now?
No. We could try to figure it out.
I was just, well, again, beginning of the season, I talked about Ian Habiak, being my dark horse, basically, and I'm just wondering how he's looking tonight, that he's X amount of laps down there.
Well, the good news, so looking at it, obviously Kilroe is in the chase still. He's leading right now. You got Paulson there. You got Morosco.
Let's just bring it up and take a peek. Jamie Walker came into tonight, your points leader. Unfortunately, going to leave here with a 12th place finish. Ashton Slice comes in second spot. And Ashton, unfortunately, 16 laps down. However, he is running in 10th position. Hank Caston in 3rd place in points, coming into tonight 13 points behind Ashton. Hank Caston right now running in 8th position. After him, it's Dalton Kilroe. Kilroe comes in 14 points behind the leader, but right now leading. And let's not forget, he had that first stage win. So that little bump in points right there. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin was the first guy in that past the bubble line. And unfortunately, he's going to take home a 17th place finish tonight as he came in long enough to get last place. Derek Paulson comes in tonight, 6th place, 16 points, tied with Taylor the Butcher Benjamin. So Paulson looking to advance his position a little bit. Ian Habia comes in 18 points behind the race leader, or the points leader rather. And, you know, not for nothing, but he's running in 9th place. Yeah, he's 12 laps down, but he's running in 9th position.
Excuse me.
Ty Morosco, as we talked about at the top of the episode, Terry, you talked to him. 19 points off from the leader, running in 8th spot. And right now, Ty Morosco running 4th on track. So where they end up after tonight, man, that's anybody's guess, as we still have a bunch of laps to go, but it's going to be a topsy-turvy kind of night for the points guys.
I'm riding along with Hank Caston right now. I've kind of watched him somewhat all night, his positionings. Guys, I think he's been driving on eggshells all night. He wants to finish the race, stay ever in that top 4. I believe that is what he's looking at.
Yeah, and sometimes it's a matter of just defending what you have as opposed to trying to advance what you have. But, you know, there's got to be a time when you just hit that pedal and you go. Often that's what separates the winners from the losers. And I'm definitely not calling anybody in the league a loser, but somebody's got to finish second.
Right? Let's see. I'm trying to look at Hank's times here.
Let's see. Last time by a 38:02.
Okay. 8:02. So he has slowed down a little bit from what he's been running.
Yeah.
But he's been. That's my opinion. I think he's just holding his own right now. Just like you said, defending his position.
Yeah, and it's okay to do that. But, you know, the way this is all set up, you've got 2 races to kind of really secure yourself. And running in 8th spot tonight, a potential winner that, you know, is ahead of you right now, that may be behind you in points, may secure a spot. And that really leaves you with a lot of work to do next week in Pocono.
Oh, most definitely. Watching the 3 of Corey Sherman, man, he is working Ty Morosco working him over in that 1 car. He got up beside him, couldn't make the pass. He's going to work on him again, I believe.
Just trying to reload. He's able to hold that bottom line very well in the 3. You find some speed off in that corner. Heading into turns 1 and 2 now. The 1 of Ty Morosco, the 3 of Corey Sherman. And Sherman, again, holding that bottom line. Morosco doing that diamond routine to try and get around this track. That truck running a little bit tight right now. And Sherman into 3 makes it look easy.
Ty's bringing it right back on the outside.
Yes, he is. It's going to be a battle to the line. This for 4th spot. And Morosco was able to hold on by inches. But heading into turn 1, that second lane up, really a good spot. Just not able to hold on to it for Sherman in the 3. So the 1 of Morosco takes advantage and actually shuts the door on the 3.
That was a hell of a run come off that turn.
Well, Dalton Kilroe still out there. 62 laps on that set of tires. The only other guy that's close, Ian Habiuk, in 9th spot with 61. And that thing's going to start feeling really, really bad soon. He's got Brian Dees behind him by about a second and a half. Dees did come down pit road. So I don't know if Kilroe is hoping for a caution or what, but the 24 getting very, very tight out there. That truck almost refusing the turn through 1 and 2. And here comes Dees gets into the wall a little bit, bounces it off, but keeps it going straight. And still, you can see the speed differential between the 17 and the 24. It's there. And so is Dees in the 17. He is down to the inside, coming off from turn 4 at the line. Dees reassumes the race lead. So little trouble for the 24 now. If he doesn't have another set of tires, this is going to be bad because Derek Poulsen is coming in behind him. Poulsen would love to capture a victory here. He led some laps earlier on and actually has led the most laps of anyone in the race at 67. And he works over the 24 very quickly, heading into turn 1, trying to catch Brian Dees in the 17. 9/10 of a second is the differential between Dees and Poulsen.
Yeah, these guys that come in this season, Derek, I think this is his first season with us. I'd have to go through the thing and look at everybody's names, but I'll tell you what, I'm really glad these guys showed up, come race with us with Blazing Pedals. They made a big difference with us. They're consistent. They don't cause any problems, and they get here and race their backsides off like crazy every week.
Well, I can actually answer that question for you. This is Derek Poulsen's first season.
Okay.
This is one of the advantages of being around for a little while.
But you're absolutely right. There's a lot of guys that came in this season that were new, and they fit right in. The first couple races, it's always hard when you're starting out. You look at guys like Garrison and Kane. This is only Garrison's second race, Kane's first, and you got to learn how you guys drive. I mean, you guys have a little one up. You've been racing with each other there for a while, and but these guys fit right in, man. And like you said, consistent every week.
I know at the top of the show, I sent you guys a message about Josh Kane. He texted me and told me he was at the hospital, started with 105 temp. They got that broke down. I know you guys talked about it over the week with his liquids. Sherman on the bottom there, man, I wouldn't have done that, but I'm glad he came out. He ran some laps. He's showing 203 down now in 14th place, but I'm glad Josh came out and tried it anyway.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I mean, and that goes to show a lot about the way that he cares about coming out and having a good time and putting on whatever he can do. And I mean, that's just huge. I mean, getting IV fluids, worried about that, being dehydrated, sick, getting pneumonia.
Man, that's horrible.
But not giving up,
I'll tell you what, Josh Kane, Derek Garrison, both very talented drivers, just haven't had a chance to show off yet a little bit, but give them some time. Let them get their rookie stickers off in the back of those trucks, and I promise you, those kids are going to fit right in here on a Sunday night.
Well, as you both know, I sit there and watch races with you guys through the week. Jason, I don't get to watch Jason all much. He's a Cessra. But Josh and Derek, I love watching these guys race.
Yeah. A lot of talent between those two drivers, and
heck yeah,
they're going to fit right in. Like I said, there's a lot of talent in this league, and there's the cup overfilleth with talent in this league, and it's awesome.
And then there's me.
Yeah, you can't say that because you've been doing fabulous.
Absolutely. Top 11 finish for the last 3 weeks in a row, even tonight. You're so good, Terry. You're going to finish an 11th spot tonight, and you're doing it up here in the booth.
Heck yeah, drinking a cold. It's water, actually, because I don't drink and drive when I do this.
One of my best finishes. I was so drunk I couldn't see what I was doing. No lie.
Do that.
No lie. And you know what's funny about that, Rick? Now that I think about it, I was Homestead too.
It was Homestead.
I finished in second spot.
I don't know how.
I couldn't see a thing. I was drunk blind. It was great.
I don't even know how I even finished the race because you had me laughing so hard.
I want to go ahead and thank everybody once again for coming out to the Turn 3 Racing Network. You're watching the Blazing Pedals TRJ Truck Series right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. We appreciate you taking your time out of a Sunday night to watch a little racing. You've got myself, Chris, and Rick up in the booth, being joined tonight by driver of the number 86, Terry Foster, also a unofficial member here on the Turn 3 Racing Network every single week, providing us with a little walk down the grid. And tonight he was talking to Ty Morosco. Morosco's one big answer that kind of stuck out. tonight, Terry, was I'm going to race my race. And right now, his race has got him in 4th spot, and he is on the back bumper of Dalton Kilroe. Kilroe running in 3rd. And I believe Morosco going to be sniffing that one out pretty quick.
I think about 2 laps ago, Dalton in that 24 got a little loose coming off of 3, I believe, and that just brought Ty Morosco right up to his backside.
I gotta believe that Kilroe does not have another set of tires, and that is why he's out there. He's trying to run this one out for the best finish that he can. Right now, he's sitting last in the top 5, 5th spot, and he's got a big gap between himself and Christopher Tate. About 20 seconds.
I'm sure if Dalton does have another set of tires in the pits, he is kicking himself in the backside for not stopping and taking them earlier.
Yeah. Absolutely.
As it comes out of 4, I'm looking, he's got about 13 laps left to go. So if he was going to do it and he had a set, I think he would have done it by now.
Yeah, and with 13 laps to go, Brian Dees, 14 laps to go, Dees out front. Derek Paulson in 2nd spot. The gap right now, 3 seconds flat. And Dees starting to pull a little bit at the line. Had it at 3.2, now 3.3. Had no turns 1 and 2. So Brian Dees is really pouring the pressure on here with that 13 laps to go. Going down the back stretch is the 17, Derek Paulson. Just now on the back stretch. And the 6.
Look at this.
To catch him up.
Look where Dalton Kilroe's going right now.
Dalton Kilroe on pit road. Either needs fuel or needs tires, but right now the 24 giving up position, and this one's going to hurt bad. Really, really bad.
He is taking tires, guys.
Yeah, down 1 lap already. And your race leader, Brian Dees, heading down the backstretch. This one might be... he's out of his pit stall, so he's going to get out of pit road. But Kilroe has a long way to go. He is obviously hoping for a late race caution. And with 11 laps to go, I don't know that that's going to happen.
Dalton Kilroe currently showing 8th place. Man, that's a lot of ground to make up.
Yeah, it definitely is.
And what'd you say? We got 12 laps or so left. I just don't see him doing it.
Yeah, even worse than that. He's got 11, and leader is coming out of turn 4 right now to make it 10. So top 3, Brian Dees, Derek Paulson, Ty Morosco. I'll tell you what, Morosco finishes top 3. That's a hell of a night for him.
Well, if you don't mind, if he does finish 3rd, I'd like to sit here and talk to him if you don't mind.
Oh, I don't mind at all.
Okay.
I wouldn't have you up here if I minded, Terry.
True. My house is all nice and quiet. Everybody's in bed. I'm thinking, man, maybe I ought to just go to bed too. But nope, I'm going to sit there and watch my guys race.
Well, here it is, 10 minutes to 11, and we got 9 laps to go. It's been a very entertaining race. And guess what, man? Brian Dees has had a hell of a night. He's led 56 laps so far. Unbelievable. He's out of nowhere, finding his groove right here in New Hampshire.
And nobody to challenge him.
Yeah, there really isn't. Derek Paulson in 2nd spot is about 4.1 seconds behind. Maybe 4.2. And, yeah, Dees is just... He's driving lights out tonight. That Chevy Silverado handling just the way he needed it to handle. And I got to be honest with you, I love the fact that he's got Stan Lee in that back corner.
Oh, yeah.
I just watched the new Spider-Man last night. And, man, I got to be honest. This new guy that they have playing Spider-Man is by far the best. And maybe it's the writing. I don't know. But this trilogy that they have going on, now 2 movies so far, but I know they're making another one, is definitely the best of the 3.
You're supposed to be getting rest, not watching movies.
That's how he's resting, Rick.
Yeah, I was watching movies with the family last night. That's why I didn't get on to play any games with you, bud. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I actually hit myself so you couldn't see that I was online. I'm not gonna lie, because I wanted you to get some damn rest.
No, I'm not gonna lie either. My computer wasn't even on last night.
Good.
Guys, 5 laps to go. Brian D's starting to run down a couple guys up here. I don't know if he's holding off not to mess up his win, or has he still got a little bit of time here before Derek Paulson to catch up to him?
Well, I'm gonna say it like this, and I don't mean this as a bad thing, but it's just another deal with racing. But it just doesn't seem like it's a good idea here in New Hampshire to race with vehicles that are a little slower than you, if you get my drift. There was a couple incidents earlier on that changed the outlook of this race.
Yeah, I mean, there's certain tracks that you don't mind. The guys are going to go higher, they're going to go low, they're going to be respectful, they're going to let you know where they're going. But New Hampshire, man, it's so narrow, so flat.
Yeah.
That's something that I wouldn't really want to deal with now. I mean, he's looking at it now. He's looking on going on the inside of Okie. Okie is going to stay up nice and high up towards that wall. And that's all good when you're on a straightaway, but when you come into the corner, someone's going to have to roll way up, and it's going to be Brian Dees. But Brian Dees, he can do that a little bit. I mean, that did allow Paulson to get a little closer, 3.883.
Yeah, but
it's not enough. 3 laps left to go. Nothing to worry about.
I'll give you guys a little insight tonight. We was not communicating a lot tonight on the radio, saying, okay, take me low, take me high. I've heard a couple guys say, but other than that, we're trying through the week. I put in our Discord channel, make these guys work for their wins right now, especially our championship guys. I'm glad we had a halfway decent field today, but a bigger field, man, make these guys work for these top 4 spots championship is what I was hoping for tonight, and somewhat happened. So yeah, they was not communicating a lot.
That happens. And the other side of that too is, especially a track like this, it's flat. Anything can happen. You go into a corner, that thing can break loose at any moment. You're driving on eggshells out there. And if you hit the gas just a little too hard, that thing's going to come around, especially later on in a run when the tires are off. But anyways, it is what it is, and we move on. And speaking of moving on, Brian Dees has moved on to the white flag. He got the signal from the flagman not just long ago, and he is heading on down the backstretch. Brian Dees looking to try and win this one if nothing happens. I don't see anything else here changing. Coming out of turn number 4, the 17. Hits the gas pedal for the last time before he starts to celebrate across the start-finish line. The 17 of Brian Dees, your race winner. Derek Paulson crosses the line, 3rd spot. And Ty Morosco coming out of turn number 4. On to the front stretch. Ty Morosco is going to be your 3rd place finisher. Corey Sherman 4th, Chris Tate 5th, Hank Caston 6th, Nick Okiye. Oh boy, I just murdered that. Nick Okiye is 7th, Dalton Kilroe 8th. Then you got Ian Habiak in 9th spot, Ashton Slice 10th, Terry took 11th, Jamie Walker 12th, Kyle Wellman in 13th, Josh Kane in 14th, Jason Anderson 15th, Derek Garrison in 16th, and Taylor the Butcher Benjamin taking 17th position. That's the way this one's going to wind up. Stay tuned after Brian Dees celebrates a little bit, and as he really deserves to, we're going to be right back. We're back live right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. You just watched a great race right here from New Hampshire. It was the Blazing Pedals TRJkarting.com Truck Series, and we've got a few drivers to talk to. And Terry Foster, you're going to take the first one here. It's going to be third place finisher Ty Morosco.
Hey, Ty Morosco, you got a copy on me?
I do, Terry.
Hey, buddy. Awesome job. And just like the top of the racer, you've done exactly what you said you was going to do, run your race. That's exactly what you done. You done a great job there tonight. I'm looking at the back of your truck. Got a little dent there, but no big deal. Walk us through that, bud.
Well, man, I mean, early on, a few cautions, a couple contenders getting banged up, and then right at the end of the stage, saved it. I finished like 7th. I was going for 2nd. Car got in the back of me a little bit, saved it there. Just running my race, man. Just running my race. Just taking it easy, running my race. Couple tense moments. Had to save the car a few times, as you guys probably saw all that. So crazy. Happy to be here in 3rd and good for my teammate to get the win.
Awesome job, man. Next week we go to Pocono. What are we looking at?
Pocono. I actually like Pocono. That's the thing. I don't know about the truck really. I don't know what the setup's going to be, but how it's going to be. But I really like Pocono. I like those types of tracks, so I'm excited to go there. And I'm already a little head start already, getting these points early on and finishing 3rd here tonight.
Well, buddy, good job. Congratulations. And like I said at the top of the broadcast, man, I was pulling for you. So good job, man, and we'll see you in Pocono.
All right, thanks.
Got one more thing to add, Terry.
I forgot. You want me to ask him?
Yep.
Hey, Ty, anybody on that car you want to thank?
Oh, well, I mean, I thank everybody here, everybody watching, and you guys putting it on every week. You guys are the best, and happy to race here.
All right, Ty. Congratulations on your 3rd place finish, bud. It was well deserved for you tonight. And, man, that thing looked good out there tonight for you.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
That was the driver of the number 1, Ty Morosco. And I believe Rick caught up with the 2nd place finisher here tonight, the driver of the number 6, Derek Paulson.
Yeah, the driver of the number 6 machine, the Dr. Squatch Racing. Number 6, Derek Paulson. You got Rick, Chris, and Terry up here in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man. Well, congratulations bringing it home in the number 2 position. Tell us a little bit about your race out there.
Sorry, I had someone else yelling at me. It's sad to say. Well, I'm happy with it. I thought I might have had a car to beat, but pit strategy really killed me there. And he had an extra set of tires there in the pits, which was one thing. But then I went in and got gas, thinking I was going to go a long way. But passing got to be so difficult when you were on old tires, and I just got so far behind him that I had the short pit. Made up a lot of time, but just didn't have enough tires at the end there. But I'm happy for 2nd place. Got a stage win. It's all in all, it's a pretty good night for us.
Well, that's outstanding, buddy. Hey, listen, Pocono next week. How are you feeling about that one?
I love Pocono, so that's one of my favorite tracks. So I'm actually looking forward to it.
Right. Well, hey, and then after that, you guys gonna get a little week break, and you're gonna vote on your championship race location. What are you thinking? If you don't mind saying already.
I'm not sure. I don't know if he's gonna give us like certain tracks that we can vote on, or if we can just vote on any track.
You want me to take care of that for you?
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's your first year here, so you don't know quite. This is how they do it. Go ahead, Terry.
Hey, okay, Derek. In our league, what we do, we take all the tracks other than the 2 speedways and road courses that we've ran, and we vote on the best race that we had. So you have a vote. You have a say in what track we will go to during the championship race. So, I mean, you're looking at your Michigans, your Homesteads, right here in New Hampshire, Bristol, Martinsville, anything we've ran that's not a super speedway. So Mark will put that out sometime after Pocono, and you get your vote.
All right, yeah, there's a couple of them. I do. Michigan was a good race until tire strategy got bit us there. there's a few others that I really like too. So when I get the list, I'll go through it and I'll pick what I hopefully we can get.
Perfect.
Well, all right, brother. Is there anybody in the number 5 you'd like tonight? Did I already say that?
Nope,
Like I
nope.
did. No.
I got to thank Dr. Squatch on the truck. If you're your first time going out on their website, drsquatch.com, want to buy yourself some soap, use Sestra15 to get 15% off your first order. I want to thank my teammates. I didn't have many with me tonight, which kind of bit my pit strategy because I had no one to really talk to. But I want to thank them. And I want to thank TRJ Karting for sponsoring the league, and I want to thank the Blazing Pedal admins for putting on a fantastic league, and of course you guys up in the booth for putting on a great broadcast every week.
All right, buddy. Well, thank you and congratulations once again. We'll look forward to seeing you going around Pocono next week. But until then, enjoy that second place win.
Yep, thank you.
It was a Bay Rum weekend for me. I don't know what you were using, Rick, but Bay Rum on order for me. And I was able to catch up with your race winner tonight. It was the driver of the number 17. It's Brian Dees. Brian, Chris, and Rick. Terry up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
I got you guys.
Well, bud, it was a good race for you. You ended up leading 65 laps, second only to Derek Paulson, who ended up coming in behind you. The 17 seemed to be finding some extra speed, even at the end of this one. What was going on in there? Was it starting to come to you even more as the temperatures were dropping?
I don't even know what to say, to be honest. At this point, I'm still kind of in shock. Was not expecting that. I went with the strategy on the second stage caution. I didn't take tires, and then had a caution like maybe halfway through the third stage or a little bit before halfway. I took tires, got the lead. After I took the lead, I started figuring it out a little bit more, started running a little bit better line, was able to pull away, and then just kind of held on from there.
It was a good run, obviously, coming home as the race winner. And the Magic Mile, it's got to go on your favorites list now, right?
It never was, to be honest. I was coming into this race thinking, oh man, I hate this track. This isn't going to be good. But yeah, I think it might shoot up the list a little bit now.
A little bit.
Absolutely.
Just make it a little bit, like 1.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, listen, congratulations, bro. I'm happy for you.
Oh man, I'm pumped.
Absolutely. Anybody on the 17 team that you need to thank for tonight, bud?
Oh yeah, big shout out to S&M, my teammates, the admins, Mark Arthur for making the setup. It was a really good setup. I actually really liked it a lot. Sam for keeping us in line, keeping all the rules being followed. Obviously, big thanks. Shout out to TRJ Karting. It's awesome. I say it all the time, every time I talk to you guys, but it's awesome what he does for this league. And obviously, thanks to you guys for broadcasting, making us look good every week.
Well, we do what we can. It's a pretty motley crew out. Oh, wait, no, that's another league. No, you guys are awesome. Yeah. Hey, man, congratulations once again. Bringing that 17 home across the start-finish line. First place tonight from the Magic Mile, New Hampshire. I know you weren't thinking it was going to be a good race for you, but, man, you hung in there, and you really had a hell of a race, leading 65 laps tonight. What a night for you. Congratulations once again.
I appreciate it. First one in this league, it doesn't get much better than that.
That's awesome, and you're going to have a smile for at least a week, man. Congratulations. All right, buddy.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And that is going to do it from all of us here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. We've been watching the Blazing Pedals TRJkarting.com Truck Series, and another first-time winner here in the league, man. That is awesome, and that just goes to prove our point. We say it every week. Anybody in this league can win at any time, and Brian Dees showing it off for us just like it was on call in that 17 truck tonight. It was a hell of a race, and I thank everybody for coming out and watching tonight. Terry, I thank you for joining us in the booth after your unfortunate night ended about 87 laps too short. And Rick, I thank you, of course, for being out there with me. And I want to thank everybody for coming out and watching. And Tim, Mark, Sam, you guys do an awesome job, and we love it. Keep it up, and we will see you next week right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, live from Pocono. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night, all.